Hello. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Uh, Happy Canoe Year, Evil Tentacle Davor. What's up, Crimson Crew? 2023 is up. It's half done already, according to me. Embassy. Embassy, thank you so much for the sub. Good to see you. Good to see you. So, Mousimus, good to see you as well. Yes, Sting One, good to see you. Oh my gosh. Akemashite omedetou. Sting. Yes, well, there's a mochi rolling around. I had to, because this is the first Crimson Tuesday of the year, Year of the Rabbit, over there, and so I thought, you know what, let's have a little bit of New Year's in here. Yes. Yeah. So this actually here, let me show you guys real quick what that looks like. So yeah, it's this gorgeous machine that wonders of modern technology. You can have a machine to make your mochi nice and gummy without having to pound it manually, and it's kind of fun to look at. So that was this year's. And actually, if I just kind of duck out of the way, you can see what it looks like after when you break it off into some to like not really bite sized but smaller, and then you kind of have the rice flour there, and you eat it with sugar and soy sauce, and they are amazing. Jim Matt, good to see you. Yes, happy new Crimson Tuesday year. I like that one too. Ooh, Sting went to a mochi nage the other day. My son grabbed everything. A mochi nage. I don't know what a mochi nage is actually. But yes, happy New Year's everyone. Year of the Rabbit. So it's going to be an art stream this week, potentially a music stream next week. But we are going back to our fisherman today, and we are going to start a new Let's Play, which I'm really excited about. It's another EGA adventure game. I'm not going to say of course, because I'm probably going to run out of these eventually, but it will be another EGA adventure game, which is nice. But before I do that, well, after I do the pixel art part of this, I'm going to probably do one of the bad endings for Cruise for a Corpse, because we did do the good ending, because I had that memory error the last time we played, and when I restored my game and tried it again off stream, it worked fine, and I don't know why. But I just, for the sake of completeness, I will show you what a bad ending to Cruise for a Corpse looks like. Anyway, it's good to see you. Happy Canoe Year. Happy Canoe Year, Davor. I like that. Looks like your new dough mixer. It's probably very similar in principle, if not exactly the same. Okay, Sting says mochi nugget is when at events, I think usually around shrines, they throw mochi and people try to grab it. Ooh. Also, there's some prizes who catches a certain color mochi, or by quantity perhaps. One time I won a bottle of sake. That sounds like a lot of fun. Is it, are they wrapped? I'm assuming they're wrapped, because if any of them hit the floor, that would just be really sad. Jim plays games. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yes, the hyperactive blob creature, that's mochi. And mochi is a rice cake that's made traditionally around New Year's. And this particular machine, so just to give you an idea what the machine looks like, this machine is probably 30-40 years old, but it only gets used once a year, so it's kind of almost in perfect condition. Emma Anna, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Happy Canoe. What are we saying? Happy Canoe Year or Happy Canoe Year? It all works. It all works. It seems like it really wants to escape. Yeah, the way it spins. The first time I saw this, I was probably 5 or 6 years old, and I was dying laughing because it's quite vigorous. Oh no, Sting. So you're saying the thrown mochi that people are catching isn't wrapped? Oh. There, well, you're right. Canoe Year does sound appropriate. I guess that's what that's what the caption is doing right now. Ashaktar, good to see you. Good day. Happy New Year, everyone. Yes, Happy New Year. Inoue says, speaking of dough and food, has there been a discussion about shokupan, Japanese milk bread? I made a loaf of that for the first time yesterday. We have not talked about shokupan. My closest association with shokupan is with Anpanman, that TV show I was telling you about, with the guy had the red bean bun head and he goes around helping people. They had there is a downtown Japanese grocery store in Toronto called Sanko, and Sanko was selling loaves. Last I saw of shokupan for like $8 or $9 a loaf, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, but I wanted to. Okay, so it's a rural tradition. It's probably good for the kids to get a little dirt on their mochi. It could be you know what I do want a rock tumbler. And one of these days I'll get a rock tumbler. Oh, bread making day as well. Whenever I see bread on Twitter, I get really jealous. Ben Chandler has been making bread. That was his New Year's resolution, and I don't know if I'll ever get into it, but freshly baked bread is the best thing ever. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so let's see what we have here. A couple things I wanted to just go over real quick. There is a really cool this really cool video, and there is the link right now, and Nightbot gave the link. Vchek83 has this video. He does this every year near the end of the year, and he asks adventure game developers, what are your plans for the following year? And I participated late last year. I participated the year before, and it's a really wonderful video. He got a lot of people to participate. So if you're wondering about any adventure games or learning about new adventure games or new adventure game devs, that is a really good video to check out. It's like a little 3 to 5 minute segments of like a bunch of different people, and you'll see some familiar faces. Like I said, I'm in it. Francisco's in it. A bunch of other people, but some ones I'd never even heard of. So that's really good. So if you're a fan of adventure games, I'm assuming you are because you're in Crimson Tuesday. Definitely check out Vchek or Visek. I think I don't remember how to pronounce that, but Vchek, I'm going to say 83. Check out that video. It's really good. Ooh. Sting says there's a place that does all cat-themed bread called Ironeko. There's all kinds of awesome stuff, including a simple but cute-looking shokupan shaped like a cat face. That sounds amazing, too. That sounds amazing. But yeah, so Vchek83, check out the video. I noticed I watched the previous of 2021's video that I was in, and then 2022. I basically said the same thing. Next year I'll be launching Crimson Diamond. Last year I said next year I'm launching Crimson Diamond. I think I really mean it this time, you guys, but we'll see. Go Bansama, have your Crimson Tuesday as well. Next, I want to talk about real quick. Oh yeah, I'm going to, I guess, introduce myself real quick. Then we're going to dive into some stuff. I'm Julia Minamata. Welcome to Crimson Tuesday. We do this pretty much every Tuesday. I took 2 weeks off, end of December, beginning of January, but we pretty much do this every week, 8 p.m. Eastern. We do art, we do music here, and on art streams I've been playing EGA adventure games, and we've played through Personal Nightmare, we played through Last Half of Darkness, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Rise of the Dragon. We just finished Cruise for a Corpse recently. They're all the EGA versions of the games when I can get my hands on them. And I've got another one in store for us tonight that I'm kind of excited about. I don't know anything about it. I did a bit of research that I'll share with you guys when we get to it. But yeah, I like to do these little Let's Plays here and there. Yes, Mousemus, thank you. Yes, Sorcerer's Appraisal, which was like a one-shot, really short little AGI engine by Yahtzee Croshaw, and that was a lot of fun too. And I do try to do text parser EGA adventures, but that's an even smaller niche. So I've been doing point and click adventure games as well. Dearvoice says, speaking of which, I got a first, mostly not catastrophically bad text parser playtest. Fantastic. You got to start somewhere. Fantastic. Yes, and of course, Biomenace. Lest we forget, Biomenace. I think that should still be something that is redeemable for channel points. Yes, Beta Human. That is a mochi tumbler. This gorgeous machine by National. This thing, it does everything automatically. It steams the rice, so you can see there's a dial here that goes from steam to pound. So it steams the mochi rice, and then it pounds the mochi rice, and to make it so that you can form these little rice cakes that my head is blocking. These rice cakes. And yeah, you can eat them with sugar and shoyu, like make a little sauce, or you can eat them like little ones. You can put them in like miso soup, or you can eat them with kind of like a red bean paste, watery red bean paste thing. That's amazing. Is Jim Plays Game still saving up the points for the Biomenace? Dave said, I wonder, did the upcoming devs have the guy working on the Name of the Rose game? Oh my gosh, I kind of watched and worked at the same time. So I can't remember if that one was in there, but I do know the game you're talking about, and I know that it's kind of it's like I think it's free on Steam, right? That game looks amazing. And I see Gigi happy Canoe Kier in Crimson Tuesday. That's a new one. I like all the new ones people are coming up with. Good to see you, Anna. I hope you're doing well. Yes. How is this done before the appliance? Yeah. If you see some Google New Year's Japan or something, you'll see they'll have. It used to be done in like a hollowed out tree stump kind of thing, and then be one person turning the mochi and another person with a big wooden mallet pounding it. And then the person would pound, the other person would turn, fold the mochi, and pound. And you just keep doing that until you get the right consistency, which is what my mom used to do with her family when they would make mochi. And they still do that traditionally. If you go to New Year's festivals in Japan, they'll still do it the traditional way. Sometimes you'll see speed ones where they're just missing the hands on the mallet, and it's a lot of fun. Yes, yes, beta human. Akemashite omedetou gozaimasu. Yes, happy New Year's to you as well. Yes, it's a fun rhythm game where you could lose a hand. The mochi pound. So you go pound like a huge thing. Pound, fold. You gotta have a little trust. Okay. So. You just can't get over what a booty that mochi has. You can see that it's very heavy, right? I mean, you can see that it kind of throws its weight around in there, which is kind of a wonderful thing to see. Okay. Yes, I'm working on. I think I interrupted myself. I'm working on the Crimson Diamond, which is a text parser EGA adventure game, which is why I love to play the EGA adventure games. I'm going to run the trailer real quick, and then we're going to get into one more little show and tell thing, and oh wait, two more show and tell things, and then we're going to get into the pixel art. We're going to dive right in. Okay, so here comes trailer time. This goes out to Judith Butler's lover. May we see the return at some point. Trailer. Okay, here we go.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist, assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
Oh, I think I forgot to turn my mic down. You might have heard me sneaking some sips of tea right there. Okay. So the couple things I did want to show real quick before we get started. Actually, there's three things. I lied. There are three things. There's three things. So here is it's getting keyed out. But you get the idea. Here is the current progress on the cross stitch. So that's going well. You know what? Let's turn that off. Why not? Let's turn off the chroma key for 1 second. Okay. So it's getting there. Slowly but surely, it's getting there. Okay. So there's that. And actually, while I've got this keyed off, I can show the actual original. Here. You can see that I did use some gold paint to give that nice festive red and gold kind of look to that. O Tanjoubi omedetou. So my mom's birthday just passed, and then also Year of the Rabbit. So I've been doing a combo New Year's birthday card for the last few years or so. So. Oh, thanks, and I'm glad you like. I love gold paint. It's just a kind of a pity that gold does not show up that well when you scan things in and stuff. But yeah, you get the effect there. So the screen is gold, some gold paint on the rabbit. Dido's got a gold bell, some little other gold accents. But yeah, so that is the card. And that brings me to the first thing I wanted to show, which is... Yeah, so I wanted to show the process for making the card. I'm glad you guys like it. I enjoy working with watercolor. It's my favorite paint medium. Okay, so here's you can see the pencil. I laid down the pencil. I use a 2H pencil because I usually press way too hard. I have to remind myself that I'm going to be erasing the lines. So 2H pencil is my go-to. Yes, a sneak peek behind the scenes, exactly. So there that is. Yes, Devo. Yes, gold paint for medieval illumination, and as well, like gold leaf is a lot of fun too. But I do find that of course, a lot of the gold leaf we buy at craft stores is not really gold, so that it ends up tarnishing, which I find really disappointing. So I find that to get a more reliably long lasting gold color, I tend to go with gold paint. Although there is like a wax product you can buy that is kind of got some gold pigment in it, and then you apply it and it's kind of waxy, and then you can buff it, and then that gives a really nice metallic look. That's a little better than the metallic paint, but also gold metallic markers are also really good. So, yeah, it tarnishes and it's a real shame. Although I think it might depend on what it's on top of, because I find when I use gold leaf on, well, fake gold leaf of course, on like polymer clay, it tends to, there's some kind of chemical reaction maybe happening which causes it to tarnish. But Dave, or maybe on paper it would be fine. I don't know. I don't tend to use it very much myself, and it's also, of course, it can be very fragile because it's so very thin. It can be very fragile, so you need to either protect it or like fix it with something potentially. Anyway, here, let me look up what I'm using. And so here's the pencil. Here is the ink. I use like the Speedball India ink and a kind of I think a zero is a zero brush. I feel like it's a single zero brush, but it's a shorter brush. It's a Winsor Newton synthetic brush. It's got a red handle, and I've got this particular kind that I like using. I used to use a pen and nib for this, but I just pen and nib on watercolor paper, it feels kind of scratchy, and I didn't really like the way that felt, and I kind of like the line variation you can get. So at some point, I'm not sure exactly what year, but I transitioned to using actual just a brush. It's just easier, and I don't have to worry about breaking nibs and things as much. Ooh, you have Pentel dual metallic brush on paper. Therefore, I actually, yeah, I wish I have written down what metallic paint pen I use for signing my greeting cards and everything, but I can't remember. I can't remember what that one is. It might be a Pentel as well. It's a very, very good one. Here is, you can see, I applied the gold, and then I tend to, I don't know why I do this, but I tend to paint Dido in last, like her black color in last. No real reason for that, really. I also went over, so some of these lines here, you can see the outline of the rabbit is getting kind of eaten up by the gold, and so I went back over that with the brush as well. So, it's sweet, would recommend. Nice. I love metallic effects so much. So there's this, and then of course the final is, oh wait, that's just this is an image of, yeah, the way that I work. The red brush is for like little detail areas, but I do have this really nice, I think this is a number 6 watercolor brush that comes to a nice point, so it's actually really versatile. You can fill in little areas as well as larger areas with that. And I use this same set of Cotman watercolor, Winsor Newton Cotman watercolor box. I use this, and I've used this for years and years. And what I do is I buy the tubes of Winsor Newton Cotman watercolors, and then I squeeze them out back into these to the half pans. So that's a half pan set. And yeah, I recently got this little extra mixing area. Oh, you sometimes have to go back over. Oh, you could see one. Oh, making Dido, wanting to make Dido the darkest. I don't ever go over her more than once, actually. So it's a really, I guess, I try to give it a nice balance of water and pigment so that it's not dragging, but it's also not too faint. So yeah, I don't go over her twice, actually. This is all one pass. So some of these areas, like, actually you can see that the ear is still drying here. And I think maybe this area by her flank looks a little lighter than the rest of it, but I tend not to because, I don't know, I feel like sometimes with watercolor it can be challenging to go over something a second time if you want something to be really flat. So it is a challenge. It is a challenge. But that is the finished piece. Yeah, I think that's it. Other thing I wanted to show you is so this necklace. That's a recent purchase. Well, I didn't buy it as a necklace. I bought these watermelon tourmaline beads. And the last Crimson Gazette for the year was me saying I ordered these watermelon tourmaline beads, and I do hope they come in, and they did come in, and I ended up making this necklace for myself, just really simple necklace. And I've got some close-up images for that because obviously you can't really see it that well as it is here. Yes, Beta, yes, watercolor is very easy to mess up. Oh, doing the last thing, Oh, doing the darkest thin glasses isn't so accidentally not the darkest, maybe less a problem in paint. Um, there's actually I don't even really know why I have a why I do Dido's black part last. I guess because I feel like it's the trickiest part and I want to have warmed up by then or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys what the watermelon tourmaline looks like because I'm quite fond of it as a gemstone. Oh, okay. Well, first I wanted to show was yeah. So this is the watermelon tourmaline. The largest ones are almost but not quite a centimeter. And you can see already with this close up, you can see this beautiful variation of pink and green that give watermelon tourmaline its name. Davor asks, have I ever run a craft fair stall? I have not. I don't tend to make like a lot of things. They're one-offs really. I don't not that crafts are mass produced, but I tend to just do one at a time. And here is what this is how it was strung when I received them. I ordered these off of Etsy, and yeah, you can see that they're not super big, but they have really nice clarity and some really nice variation in color, which I find really pretty. And here it is. Here it is the same strand with just light shining through it. I think it's really I just really love this color combination. I think it's really gorgeous. Artistic Coolies is good to see you. Happy Crimson Canoe Year, I think we might be going with. Here's some close-ups. So I actually took these close-ups with my loop. So there is a loop in the Crimson Diamond. And I actually modeled the one in the game after one that I bought one that looked like the one I made in game. So it's like a yellow brass gold type of loop with a green strap. And all I really did to get these shots was I took the loop and I put it over my iPhone's lens. And so this is how we're getting these magnifications of the beads. So I think it really, for me, it enhances my enjoyment of the rocks I have in my collection to get this close look at them. And here you can get kind of an idea of what their size variation. So you can see these bigger ones versus the smaller ones. The smaller ones are quite small. It was like a graduated strand from small to large to small again. And that's how I strung them as well. And that's the necklace that I'm wearing right now. So you can see that, yeah, they do get small. It's not just it's kind of an optical illusion where you got the smaller ones at the back that come out to something larger, and then they go back to being small. But yeah, that is the overall. So that's this necklace here. So it's pretty small. You can get kind of really beautiful, large, chunky watermelon tourmaline or just regular tourmaline. But of course you have to pay for it. It's much more expensive the larger you go. All right, and I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about this. And tourmaline has a Mohs hardness of 7, so it's actually pretty good for jewelry, I would have to say. So, because some gemstones are beautiful, but they're a little more fragile, and so they're not as suitable for this type of a thing. So I'm really pleased with these ones. And I think that's pretty much all I wanted to show for now. I think we can move on to pixel art, which is our next bit. Quartz, ooh, yeah, probably something like that, Davor, I can't remember. But yeah, probably like 7 or 8. There's always a bit of variation. Okie dokie. So, we're going to move into Photoshop. I gotta turn the music back on. So let me know if you see Photoshop. Edmund Detour, good to see you. Happy Crimson Canoe Year. Okay, so this is where we were last year, where we left off. This is the fellow we've been upgrading. And I do believe there is Oh, anyway, no, you did not miss the developer update. I just forgot. Developer update is I really wanted to have all of my chapters 1 through 5 tested so that I could send it out to beta testers before the holidays. That didn't happen. Oh yeah. One of the reasons it didn't happen is because I sent my holiday cards out. The holiday cards are kind of like the one Patreon perk that I have, physical perk. So $5 tier patrons get a card mailed to them. And so I've designed it, I printed it, I mailed them off yesterday. So they're winging their way out into the world, all types of places all over the world. So that's kind of nice. And in a couple weeks' time, I will share that on social media so that the patrons get the first look at the design, and that's the thing for them. I also thank you also, Edith, for reminding me, because I did kind of readjust my Patreon tiers. I used to have a $1 tier and a $5 tier. I've retired the $1 tier, which means the people who are at the $1 tier can just stay there if they want, and that's totally fine. And they still, that they pay, they continue to pay the dollar a month or whatever. But I retired it and I introduced a $2.50 tier, and then I kept my $5 tier. And one of the reasons I did that was because I'm hoping that the game will launch this year, and I added a benefit for all the tiers. So the current $1 patrons who that is the reserve closed off tier, the $2.50 tier, and the $5 tier. Everyone who's in all the tiers are going to be in the credits for the Crimson Diamond when it launches, and that's the kind of one of the reasons that I did that adjustment. But yeah, so I do have a Patreon. I think it's in my links. Are my links that? Are those my links? No, I don't know my own links shortcut. Oh, wait. Oh, is that it? And anyway, I should know this, but I don't. Anyway, go to thecrimsondiamond.com. You can find a link to the Patreon. And yeah, patrons will be in the credits. Tom, A.K. Satnav, good to see you. Happy Crimson Canoe Year. Excuse me. So, oh yes, developer update. So yeah, I had to get all the holiday cards out. I am currently going through, just testing through again, making just one more run through all the chapters, and then I'll be sending that off for beta testing, and then I'm going to be working on chapter 6. I'll be starting that really soon. Oh yes, Dave, yes, I have, the diamond badge is for subscribers, I think. Yeah, I did that, maybe, like late last year I did that. And yes, please, Anna, I'm glad. So Anna, CGG, is one of the hosts for the Classic Gamers Guild podcast. And there's a new episode that got released last week, and they have already another episode queued up. You did one about big boxes, right? One of the more recent ones. Yes. So, the developer update is just going through testing, because one of the things I did do that I did mention to you guys before is that I upgraded my Adventure Game Studio engine to 3.5 point something from 3.3, and that took a little bit of adjusting, and I'm just running through tests again just to make sure everything's working fine. Soon, I would say probably by next week I'll be working on chapter 6. So that's the developer's update. Yes, either way, no, thanks for reminding me, I completely forgot. Okay, so here is the section that we've been working on. We're making pretty good progress, so you can see what we need to do is create this animation. So this is where we left off. We were kind of riding the line between surprised and creepy. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Yes, Edmund Detour. I did the update. I did an update. But yes, so chapter 6 will be the last gameplay chapter, then chapter 7, and so yeah, I'm hoping that this will be the year. I say that every year, and I'm so sorry. Yes, I think we changed the mouth last time around, because the mouth also looks a bit less creepy now, I think. Although, now that I see this, I kind of like the old mouth, the happy mouth. Oh yes, Edmund Dieter. So yes, I did do the update at AJS 3.5. I did. And that's something I'm definitely going to want beta testers to take a look at. Make sure I didn't break anything horrible. Yes, I did do that. I finally did. And I do like the smiley face again, which is why I'm glad we keep these as layers. But I do like the cleaner looking beard. Okay. Oh good, and Paul is back on again. That's nice, as a co-host for Classic Gamers Guild podcast. So I think with our fellow here, I think we're doing pretty well with it. I probably should start... Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to handle this background. And also, I actually flipped this, and I forgot that I flipped it, which is a danger. So is that the way it's supposed to be? That feels weird now. But you can see that that's the way I guess it should be, but because that's what it is here. Yeah, yeah, this is the way it should be. Oh my goodness. Okay. Disaster Squad, good to see you. Yeah, Beta Human, he's an old guy ogling a diamond by firelight. There's a limit to how uncreepy it can be done. Yeah. Yeah, I like him smiling, and yeah, I forgot that I flipped this, but that's fine. Oh yes, and Davor, yes, I've been watching Robot Spacers, his anniversary stream. I watched the VOD of that. I caught up on all my Robot Spacer while working, and I know it's good to rate other people, but if he's playing Oberdin tonight, we're rating him. We are, because I love Oberdin. I watched him do some speed runs for the Colonel's Bequest. I watched him play a bit of Maniac Mansion, Colossal Cave, the traditional text parser version. I just really like basically everything that Robot Spacer streams, and so it's really hard for me not to, because I know that after I'm done for the night, I'm going to go there and watch anyway, so I might as well just bring you guys along for the ride. Let's get this Ober done. Grob and Josh, good to see you. Oberdin, let's go. Yeah, I love Oberdin. And it's one of the few 3D games I actually really, really love, because I think it's really hard to get lost in that game. But yes, this I have to do the background of this, which I kind of forgot about. This one is basically so you can see in my sidebars, you can see there's some like evergreen trees. I guess there's evergreen trees also in this, and so that's kind of a good thing to have open as a reference. So we're going to be creating some evergreen trees in the background there tonight, I think, and also cleaning up that piece of bark. So why don't we start? Okay, I did start a new layer. That's just my instinct. Oh, you're oh wow, Groban Josh, you're doing your third playthrough of that game, Oberdin. So do you wait a long time for yourself to forget some of it before you play it again? Because Oberdin is wonderful, and I don't consider it like a bad thing, but it's kind of once you remember the fates, it can be. I would figure it would be pretty hard to play again until you've given it a bit of a rest. I actually wonder if I'm going to just do an outline of this guy in general to make him stand out from the background, but that's something we can explore in a little bit. Let us just get in here and start cleaning up some of this stuff that's gotten lost. Ah, Davor, you've done the first of 2 chapters of Blood Nova on stream, having a lot of fun. Here, let's do a shout out, Davor. I never seem to shout you out. So yeah, please follow Davor and maybe watch if you're interested in seeing what Blood Nova looks like. I have not played it yet. I've bought it. I haven't gotten to it. But yeah, check out Blood Nova. I love the palette of that game. I love me some limited color palettes. And they don't necessarily have to be EGA, but EGA certainly helps. Ooh, trying to get affiliate this month. We'll see. That's very good luck. Good luck. Yeah, and Robot Spacer just did his 1-year affiliate Twitch affiliversary is what I call it. And so that's why he did his special. I think it was like an 8-hour long marathon stream, and he ordered pizza and everything, and it was really cool. And I didn't get to catch it live, but I did watch it on replay, and yeah, it was good times. Yeah, I feel like I'm probably going to do some kind of like artful outline to this, but for now, let's just fill this all in. Blood Nova's on your next on your playlist, Eben Detour. I am still working on Disco Elysium. I played a little bit over the holidays. I think I'm pretty far along. I might be. I don't know. I mean, hearing what people have said of it, I might be like 75% of the way done or something. I'm not entirely sure, but that's the game. So that game is 3D, and I get lost in it, and I get annoyed because I'm really bad with navigating three-dimensional spaces. Not even just in games, but just in real life too. And so that's kind of one of the reasons I shy away from 3D games, is because there are skill checks I can retry now, and I've been able to retry for ages, but I just can't find the places. And I just wish there was like a wayfinding thing I could do in that game. And it should be, it's not a particularly large area either in Disco Elysium, but I'm just that bad at finding my way. So, Slat Studio, happy Crimson Canoe Year to you. Oh yes, excavation of Hobbs Barrow as well. That it looks amazing. It looks amazing. There's so many good games out, and I'm so behind. I'm so behind. That's why I like short games because I can finish them and then I feel really accomplished. Like I played a lot of like little playdate games actually over the holidays. I've played and finished Island, which is like a 1 hour game or so, and I played and finished Castle Helios, which is really good too. And I felt really accomplished. I finally finished Saturday Edition, which is a really good game that's in season 1 of Playdate's offerings. There's just a lot of I felt super productive in terms of playing stuff over the holidays. But Disco Elysium is it's not considered a long game, but it's long compared to everything else I've been playing. Yes, Mausam is the Case of the Golden Idol as well. Of course, I'm very interested in that. Of course, being a mystery game, and of course, speaking of mystery games, they have as well Pentiment, which I've been hearing amazing things of. There's just so many good games out, and of course, mystery is going to be one of my favorite genres. And what I'm trying to do here, and I don't know how successful I'm being, is I'm trying to kind of give this a bit of light and shadow, because the firelight would make one side of the tree a little bit lighter than the other, and I'm trying to convey this. I don't know how successful I'm being. I might actually, I probably won't uh, add a bit of warmth to the front of this. Yeah, Edmund Detour, exactly. I like 2D games a lot because I don't want to deal with a camera. Yeah, I like everything being set. Camera is a big thing for me as well. Dave Boy says, I felt that Disco had the same problems as QFG2, where it was easy to run out of stuff to do in a day and just run around bored. I haven't found that because I found that I, I found myself running out of time every day, actually. I mean, not, you can go to bed when you want to go to bed, but it gets dark and I'm like, it's probably my bedtime now. I should probably go to sleep. And when it's dark, it's even harder to go through because it's dark out, and that's kind of annoying too. I like darkness when it's treated like an EGA game where it's probably even brighter than daylight because it's bright cyan. That's the kind of darkness I like. When stuff is just hard to see, I get kind of fed up a little bit. That goes also for TV and movies as well. I like things well lit. Oh, Davor got Pentiment today. Oh, Name of the Rose is your favorite book, Davor? I've not read the book, but I enjoy the movie quite a bit. Have you seen? I'm sure you've seen the movie with Christian Slater and Sean Connery. It's a lot of. I wouldn't say it's a lot of fun, but it's really cool. It feels very gritty. Yes, Edenwaith. Yes, Simorg. It's Misimorgh. I think Simorg, and that's for the Playdate as well. And it originated as sort of like a French kind of a text adventure on paper or something. Yeah, and it's super interesting. And I enjoyed it. Although, yeah, it's you got to play it. You got to really repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat that game because there's no saves in it, and so when you die, you kind of have to start from the beginning again. It's not that long of a game, but if you keep making the same mistakes like I do, then it'll take longer. But I did enjoy my time with it. Like I'd do is I'd play it a couple times a day, and after I die, then I'd kind of put it down and then wait till the next, wait till visit the actual in real life next day before I try tackling it again, and so I wouldn't get fed up with it. And of course, with Disco Elysium, I do want to play it again. And another thing about Disco Elysium is, and I think this is just my own personal deal, is that they seem to want to like really encourage you to have like a strong opinion, and I don't have strong opinions about lots of things usually, especially if it's in a world where I don't really know much about it, about stuff, and so I'm just end up being like, and I feel like the game kind of gets down on me because I'm kind of like apologetic and a bit of a centrist, I suppose, in the game, because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. This looks really complicated, the world, and so when it asks me to make a stand in certain belief systems and stuff in the game and political systems, I'm like, I don't know, maybe I can see the point of both parts of that, and so it basically seems to it wants to call me like a big old softy. So I also feel a bit like, oh man, I'm not punk rock enough for this game, you know. So that's another one of my issues, and that's very minor, of course. But yes, I'm the Dave. Yes, I'm the sorry cop, which I guess should come as no surprise. But yes, I'm the sorry cop. Yeah, okay. Dave said did see the movie, the In the Name of the Rose. Yes, gritty makes sense. The book is very not pessimistic. Okay. And also Signal and Echo, Signal and Echo, Signal and Echo Iris is missing. Another one I definitely want to play. Of course, it's an EG, it's text parser. I have to. I'm going to get to that as well. And I love what Kinney Games has done in terms of creating these systems for different ways of interacting with a text parser. And I'm very, very, very curious about that. Yeah, what I think I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to get rid of a lot of this stuff and just start from the ground up with it. Yeah. We might do the vignette. Oh wow, Anna, you carried your character through all the Quest for Glories. Dave, I internalized Art Cop and loved it. Yeah, I started. I got a bit into Art Cop as well because yeah, I am an art student and a lot of my skills were very like the perception and what was it, conceptualization skills, and so it felt like a natural fit. But I just didn't want. I just am not. I don't know. I didn't have it in me to get really into that persona of Art Cop. I'm terrible. Dave versus game. Disco Elysium is pretty punk rock. Pretty punk rock. Definitely a game for depressed leftists. It's a great game. It's a great game. But yeah, I feel like yeah, I'm not punk rock enough. I guess that's all I can really say. Which I knew. I knew that. But it is a very compelling setting. Extremely well fleshed out. And what I do like about it is it does seem like the developers and the writers are just like really smart, like smarter than me, and I like that about my when I watch something or read something or play something. I like it when the person that's done it is, I feel like they're smarter than me because I feel like I'm learning something, you know. Our demo doesn't take long for Signal and Echo. Got it. Yes, Deovor said, if you have a difficult time being the awful person Disco Elysium wants you to be, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Well, yeah, because the way I see it is, like the guy, he wakes up and he's kind of, you kind of figure out what his life, what led him to that point, and he seems to not have made some really good decisions, and so I just feel really like I need to apologize, and, I did the introspection thought cabinet thing, and, yeah. Even though it wasn't really me who might have made those bad decisions, but I feel like I gotta, own up to those things, and I don't know. It's a good game. It's a good game. I'm glad it was heartily recommended. I am enjoying it. And I like how there's some ideas in it that do feel like abstract in terms of what they're talking about when they talk about Disco Elysium or the music and how the music is treated and stuff. I like that kind of stuff a lot. It feels there's something in there that is intangible and mysterious. So I probably, yeah, actually you wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, looking at where the scene would be if we look at this piece and then we shift the camera to in front of him, like we wouldn't really see many trees, and this tree certainly wouldn't be leaning like that. But I'm taking some artistic license the for the composition. So it looks like the rest of this is just going to be those other trees around him. Like I might even do it so you see where the cattails start off on that other side, potentially. Hmm. Oh, nice. Anna CGG says, we have you on the big TV. Steve is here. He says hi. Yay, fantastic. Okay, wait. Okay. Hi, Steve. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Or Happy Crimson Canoe Year. That is mochi, that thing in the corner. That is a rice cake that we made into smaller rice cakes. But it's having got the time of its life. And it does look like bread dough, but it is like a rice thing. So anyway, good to see you. Okie dokie. Yes, Dave voices. I will say the game does an extraordinary job of making you try absolutely absurd ideas. Disco Elysium, yes, it's good stuff. It's good times. It actually reminds me. It reminds me of this book that I read in. Oh, I think there was a notification. Give me a second. I don't know. I don't get the notifications. Oh, wow. Okay, TXter, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I kind of heard the notification noise here, and I should. Can I turn that up? No, I can't. So I'm so sorry. I'll check periodically for notifications, but I don't see them in my chat, so I can run the risk of missing them. Let's see here. Yeah, so what if I actually recreate some of that scene back there? That'll be fun. So I'll keep. Should I keep that tree like that, or should I actually try to make this? Okay, you know what? We're gonna paint this out. We're just gonna paint this out, and we're gonna see how we feel. Because I might want to actually be a bit more accurate to what is going on back there. Okay. Groban Josh says, did you make that Cobb picture, or is that for reference? No, this, the Cobb picture, all these piratey pirates, these are all from, this is from Monkey Island. It's just from The Secret of Monkey Island, EGA version. This guy here, the blacksmith, is from Loom. Oh, speaking of course, Limited Run Games is making a special edition of Loom. And this, of course, is also, this pirated pirate is from Secret of Monkey Island. And what I did, I wanted to get an example of close-up faces with dark backgrounds of, like, scruffy dudes. This was a good way to do that. Yeah, Dave, I sympathize with the amnesia angle in Disco Elysium. Feels like one's responsibility to right the historical wrongs of one's culture. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, be a good person, and the game keeps on calling me, like, a wiener, you know? Yeah, like, I didn't have control of the character at that point, but I can try to kind of make up for it, but then it tells me that I'm being a big softie. Steve says, hello, Julia, hello, everyone. I think he likes that the TV is interactive. Yes, Davor. Hello. Davor says, hello, Steve. You have the same name as I and are cool. Yes. Good call on names for both of you. I like every Steve I know. Steve's a good, solid name. Yeah, let's try to actually be somewhat accurate here. So let's make this a little not as yeah, not as leaning over, but still somewhat leaning over. I think that's what we're gonna go with. So, just quickly do some of this. And yeah, it would be kind of nice, I guess, to make this look more like the background that's in the previous shot. And it's exactly just the previous shot, so. Okay, so. Let's do that and that. Oh, right. Okay. Just So here and here, here. Maximus says, "Did you know Steve is what speedrunners call the xenomorph when speedrunning Alien Isolation?" Why is that? He looks like a Steve, the alien. One of my dearest wishes and hopes is that people will speedrun the Crimson Diamond when it's finished, and I'm so curious about how long that'll take, because I think it's going to take a while. Although the demo takes like 45 seconds apparently to speedrun. I think that's the current world record, and there is a page for it on that speedrunning site, which is something that Speedy Adventures took care of, and it was really cool that they did that. So there is a leaderboard for the Crimson Diamond demo. And I mentioned before, I would like to eventually make it so that there are some good, easy ways for speedrunners to check that they've hit all their goals and things. So we're going to have a tree over there. I already don't like that, though. I already don't like it. This one just looks better. I don't like it. Okay, we're going to keep this. Moving on. I would like to create those shapes over there. So. Just hide my marquees. Okay, so. We're going to... We can cheat. We're going to cheat it a little. We're going to cheat it a lot. Just never mind. The G1 from Resident Evil 2, Bob the Accountant eating with Bob the Accountant. Oh, I think the only such thing I know is Randall, the name of the cloud on the Super Smash Bros. Stage. Randall? That's an actual name for a cloud? That's great. See, I don't want that line to line up with the suspenders. You know what? Yeah, I don't care. I'm cheating. You guys don't tell anybody. But judging from where that is, that this shouldn't be like this. But I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take in here, and this is going to be... we're going to have some of those things here, and then I might do the vignette. Oh, thank you, Anna. You're saying I'm good at speedrunning my own game. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that, actually. And it was really cool to watch Robot Spacer enjoying speedrunning. You know, discovering that fun, like that rush that you get from speedrunning. And I probably, will do some attempts myself, Oh, what am I doing? I don't need to paint all of that. I just need to paint the light. Okay. So. These would actually have, like, needles that go up, it seems like. Oh my gosh, I'm not having a good tree day. I'm out of practice for these trees. Oh, Mouse, you're saying no blue in the background will make the eye stand out more. There will, unfortunately, there will be blue in this background, just because it's the the second darkest color, and it's kind of the nighttime color. Um, but I will probably end up dithering this stuff back there. So. This will all get fixed later. This is sloppy, but it will get fixed later. Yeah, I like the blue in the background trees with as well. Yeah, Dave says, I need to focus on chat list or I'll never be done with cooking Tuesday. Yes, what are you cooking, Dave? So that's gonna... I'm trying to interrupt even more. I do like the blue back here. Something that could have been a disaster is that my mouse, it charges through USB 3, and I thought that I would have some issues with that. Actually, you know what? It's probably going to be just these trees. But I can charge it. And use it at the same time, which is amazing. And this yellow cord is my Playdate's charging cord, but that's fine. So that is my Logitech mouse, which is awesome. Because I know that for Mac users, and Edenwade would know about this, there are some of those Mac mice that have the charger at the bottom for some mysterious reason, and you can't charge them and use them at the same time. This one can. Yes, exactly. We'll get it fixed in post. We'll get it. They'll get fixed later. We'll get for release. We'll fix it, but it's good enough for now. It's something that is a crutch, and I do it. Actually, let's just not sample all the layers. So this would be a matter of we're lighting it centrally for art reasons. Ooh, Anna, you don't know what's been made for dinner there, but it smells good. Peanut chicken Davor. Oh my gosh. I love Thai food. Is it a Thai dish, I'm assuming? Tahini, peanut butter, ginger, soy sauce type recipe with egg. I love egg noodles. Oops, wrong way. Sounds amazing. These trees are one of those things where if you don't really take the time to do them, like I'm trying to not take the time on this tree, and of course it looks terrible compared to the other tree. Ugh. Yes, Logitech for life, Maximus says. Anyway, it says the yellow Playdate cable is also useful to charge up my Android phone. USB 3 is amazing because it doesn't matter the orientation of it, not like USB 1. It's great. And I do use this cable a lot because it's yellow. It's really hard to lose in the cluster, the rat's nest of black cables. The yellow is really easy to pick out. So yeah, I do use mine quite a lot for charging other things. I also have I also use it to charge my oh, they're not here. I use them to charge my Bluetooth earbuds. They're also charged by and they did come with their own cable, but the yellow one is just so yellow. So yeah, it's a wonderful thing. I hope that that Playdate comes out with that to dock that they've been talking about. I haven't seen any news about it, and I have not poked into the Discord, the Playdate Discord much, so I don't know what the plans are for the dock, but I want one, of course. So, yeah, we gotta put some trees back the other place, over there. Sample all layers. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're telling me eating weights that currently Apple uses lightning cables for their keyboard and mouses? Is that what you're saying? Because I know they have they use the that type of a cable for their iPhones, and I hate them. But I didn't know that they were using them for the mice and the keyboards as well. That sounds horrible. And it says, yeah, USB 3 definitely charges my phone quickly compared to every other phone I have, and the battery is bigger. Yeah, I'm getting really tired of the iPhone's Thunder cable or Lightning cable, whatever they're called. You know what? Should I just extend his head and his hair as well and just see what that looks like? Because I'm kind of feeling like that's what I should do now. Oh no, oh no. Eating Way says, yes, Apple's wireless mouse and keyboard use Lightning. Oh my gosh. Okay. So here's my thing with that. Is that, yeah, my phone, I've bought some third-party cables, charging cables for my iPhone because the cables cost like so much money. And so and apparently I'm not alone in this. They were working kind of okay, and then I had my phone updated software, and all of a sudden the cables don't want to work, or they're super finicky, and I don't like that very much. And the idea that the mouse and keyboard could be the same, just is, I don't. It's enraging. Okay, so Ian says Krista Morgan did recently mention the Playdate dock in a recent podcast, so I think it is still planned. And you like the blue trees as well. Eating with, I like the blue trees. I'm gonna just extend this guy's whole head because I just need to see what that looks like. We're probably not gonna do it this way. I'm probably gonna still vignette, but it's kind of throwing me off right now, and so I need to see that. Because hey, maybe I won't vignette. I don't know. We've got some nice braided cables at Best Buy, and so those work even after the horrible software updates. Because I got some nice braided cables as well, and they don't want to do anything. And then I have an original cable that's all beat up now, and it's even having trouble working, and I'm not happy. And let's just quickly cheat in. Let's just quickly cheat in some of this stuff so that it doesn't look. And I never get new iPhones. I always just get like used ones on Amazon or something. But boy, if they had a USB 3 in their next iPhone, I don't know, that'd be super tempting. But I can wait. I'll wait until that one is not new anymore. Because this charging thing is just. Ooh, and it got a Samsung S22 Ultra for Steel on Good Friday. It comes with magic stylus. It goes right into the phone and it clicks. I've been wondering about that for pixel art or something. Like, would that be a nice mobile solution for pixel art? Is that big, Anna? Is it a big phone? Let's just leave that as it is for now. Let's see. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna dither those back. And I probably won't include any of those cyan trees. But yeah, we're just cheating just a little bit here. Okay, it's essentially a replacement of what it was the Note series. Okay. Okay. Oh, iPads have already made the transition, so definitely strong rumors next iPhones will be USB-C. I'm really tired of this Thunder cable or Lightning cable or whatever it's called. It's so finicky, and it doesn't have to be. And sometimes, I'll stick my phone into charge, and then it's not charged. Hmm. See, I don't want to have two, right? Two is wrong. I need to have three on this side. So I'm just going to move that one over. Jester Jeffy, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Jester Jeffy says EU law will make USB-C mandatory. Good, and hopefully that North America would obviously they wouldn't want to just make two different versions of the same phone. Is the hope. Okay. Also, okay. Anna says the rule. It's going to be standard in Canada. Fantastic. I mean, if it was better, then yeah, they have a reason, but it's just not. Good Celius, good to see you. I don't know the guy with the beard's name, but his huge Santa vibes. He looks very Santa-like. He would look even more Santa-like if I made his shirt red, probably. But he's just a fisherman, just a humble fisherman fellow. Yeah. And good to see you, by the way. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Okay, Bill comes says lightning cable. Okay, lightning cable. I don't know why I keep calling them thunder cables. Lightning cable. Okay. You've liked them. You like them a lot? Okay, it sure beats the pants off the 30-pin connector that preceded it, indeed. Especially the ones that had the locking latch to avoid accidental disconnection. Okay, well, if we're going to compare it to those, because I did have old tech that had that. Anna, thank you so much for the sub, by the way. Oh my gosh, hold on. I gotta check notifications real quick. Da, 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 da. Oh, Game Dev Jeff, thank you so much for the follow as well. Thank you, thank you. And yes, in case you've missed it before, enjoy the mochi. And yes, happy Year of the Rabbit. Usagi Doshi. Doshi? Yes, ATM machine, good to see you, by the way. Yeah, I'm only getting the best EGA face references that are available. And that's of course that's what these are. By, I believe, Bill Purcell is what we were saying the other day. Fantastic. Just the best. And yes, I'm so pleased because I heard through the grapevine that that limited run games version of Loom is going to have the EGA version, which is excellent. And I'm so pleased to hear that LucasArts has done that, making it a little bit easier for people to enjoy. Just to Jeffy, indeed, Apple being Apple will probably skirt the law by releasing a phone with no charge port whatsoever, wireless charging only. Wireless charge, yeah, I've not got into that. Is it good, wireless charging? Because it certainly feels like very futuristic, but I've never gone for it. I've never tried it. Is it any good? Yeah, you're both by Purcell? Oh, Game Dev Jeff says hi. I love EGA games. Good. I play, also do Let's Plays of EGA games, so around like 10:30, I'll do like an hour of Let's playing an EGA adventure game, and it'll be a new one tonight that no one knows. Well, maybe not no one, but most people don't know. And anyone whose names I'm butchering, you can please, if you would like, you can include a pronunciation, and I'll try my best. But Sarai says that they used to have the Thunderbolt. Okay, they used to be called Thunderbolt. They're not called Lightning. Okay. Yeah, I'm super out of it. I believe I don't know what my phone is. It's like when people call everything a Pepsi or a Coke. They call all soda a Coke. I call everything and every Apple cable is a thunder cable. Oh no, that looks terrible. Oh my gosh. No. I want this one to have a branch, but there's nowhere for the branch to go that won't look silly. Ah. Maybe this one can have 2 branches. It's so hard, my job. This will all get cleaned up later. Same mantra. Oh, follows and subs not following is not showing on stream. Yeah, I don't know. It hasn't been for a while, and I don't know why. Oh yeah, Bill can also use Firewire, of course. Excuse me. I think I had maybe one thing that was Firewire back in the day. Yes, Bill Kuhn, limited run. Yes, they have put pre-orders up for not only a limited run games version of Loom, but one for Sam and Max. Hit the road. Okay, so ATM Machine says you can tell the difference between the close-ups Purcell and Winnick did in Loom because Winnicks usually use a bunch of different colors in the irises. Oh, interesting. ATM Machine says, and they're more realistic while Purcells tend to be more cartoony. I didn't realize that. Okay, so Anna says, I find the wireless charging to be a bit slow on my phone and I have to take the case off, so not really worth it for me. Aha. Havoria says, well, welcome. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Says, wireless charging is good, but has the issue that it's hard to use your phone while it's charging. Oh, interesting. Davor on Samsung says, wireless is pretty sweet. Anna uses a pop socket. I don't know. Anna, what's a pop socket? And back here, I think the back here will be more of those trees. More of those trees. So let's add more. This will all look better at some point. It just looks really bad for a while. Ugh. I should be really looking at the sidebar trees because I just did those trees. But I did them years ago. Everything will be fixed. Everything will be fixed. Oh, and Sam and Max Hit the Road has a concept art book, ATM Machine said. And that would be cool because, yeah, the art, of course, concept art for that would be awesome. Some of my favorite concept art is the Grim Fandango stuff. The Peter Chan, I think his name is, Peter Chan's concept art is glorious. It's really glorious. Justin Jeffrey said, would be nice if limited run games would ship any of the last 5 PC games they've sold before collecting pre-sale money for yet another one. I do hear that it is, oops. Oh no, oh no. Could not use pencil because scratch discs are full. Are you kidding me right now? I thought I had a scratch disc set up. No, you guys saw what my thing was. I thought, let me check my preferences. And it will be back, brought a plate of food to report back what it is after I eat. Okay, where's my scratch disc? Okay, so, oh my god, my C has 5 gigabytes free. Yeah, let's give D. Don't I have a D drive? Yeah, I didn't know scratch disk was still a thing. Okay, apparently I have a D drive, so let's just use that. Why not? Okay, it worked, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. So that was a minor issue I've never had. There was an update to Photoshop, so maybe in the update they decided to break everything, which I'm not that thrilled about. Anyway. Scratch disk is definitely a thing in CS2, but yeah, I'm not too familiar with Creative Cloud. Scratch disk is certainly a painful phrase for vintage computer enthusiasts. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it seems like it's working off of my drive D, which is probably it's probably just the C drive that's been partitioned. So sure, whatever it wants. And let's see. Maybe I gotta extend all this down. And I probably will vignette it because it's just like there's so much extra space here that's not necessary. Let's try dithering back those pieces. So I have a black dither here somewhere. Yes, black dither. Let's duplicate that. Dun, dun, dun. And oops, that one. And yeah, that's fine. That'll work. Yes, exactly. ATM machine. But if they didn't ship new versions that break stuff, how will they get you to pay for upgrades? Then the upgrades afterward that provide partial fixes to the stuff they broke. Yeah, this is the subscription model thing is not my favorite thing. He looks a little bit like he's wearing a Russian furry hat. I'm probably gonna. You know what? Let's still play with this. Let's extend some of this stuff further on a separate layer, of course. No, or yeah. It'll probably be well, a little bit of this has to come down, but not everything. Too much is bad. Maybe I should put the trunks in, right? There you go. Yeah, just put some ground in there, maybe. All right. This will be fine. Everything will be fine. Oh wow. Okay, so Loom countdown to pre-orders is 2 days and 10 hours. Oh, so they haven't even started pre-ordering. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I was under the impression that the pre-orders had opened. But okay. Bilkun says yeah, Loom pre-orders are opening in a couple days. But it's pretty hefty. Like, what's the price on that? I seem to remember it was pretty sizable. But it's kind of they're releasing the EG version, so I don't know. I wasn't really planning on ordering it or anything like that, but if I ever want to play it, like, I can now legitimately purchase an EGA version, so it's kind of because a lot of these games I do try to either buy the non-EGA version and find the EGA version elsewhere for the event games that I play, or if nothing's available at all, then yeah, I'll find them elsewhere. But yeah, I did buy The Last Crusade on Steam, I think, or GOG, and Rise of the Dragon as well. Neither of those have the EGA version commercially available, but the problem that the EGA version of Loom being commercially available now, but just at probably a pretty steep price. I just wish they would sell the digital version. I don't know if that's something that's in the pipeline. Yes, ATM Machine says, I'm not really too interested in the Loom limited run games release as it doesn't have anything new that excites me. Glad that it has EGA version though. Yeah, maybe just maybe this will finally be the push someone needs to fund Brian Moriarty's completion of the Loom trilogy, Bill Kuhn says. Oh, and also, physical Return to Monkey Island games as well, Eden Waith? Okay. Loom from Limited Run Games is 75 US. Oh, that doesn't even include shipping. Yeah. That's really, I don't know if I can justify that. Okay, and AT Machine says Rise of the Dragon EGA version was a downgrade that wasn't the primary version. This is true. This is true. In Indy 3, the EGA version was the original primary version. Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a mixed bag. And I do know that the VGA or the Sega CD version of Rise of the Dragon is I mean objectively probably better looking, but of course my biases are such that I'm gonna go with I'm going to go every time with the EGA version. So yeah, I can see potentially why they wouldn't want that released. But yeah, with Loom, the primary version is EGA. So it's kind of maddening that it's not easily available. And I don't mind just paying for the digital version of Loom EGA, but I don't want to shell out $75 American for it. Because I only want the digital. I don't really need the big box or anything. So wow, and Sam & Max Hit the Road is $99 US for the limited run games version. Okay, so Bill Kuhn, yes, Loom Collector's Edition has physical copy of Loom for PC, includes Loom original soundtrack, Loom Collector's Edition box, manual, Lucasfilm USB stick, audio drama CD, book of patterns, two-sided 18 by 24 poster, and a logo patch. Yeah, Beta Human, I know, VGA Rise of the Dragon is the better one, but you know me. And honestly, there was still some good to be had in the EGA version of that game. Oh my gosh. This looks terrible. Oh, ironically, it doesn't include the Ask Me About Loom button. Dave Rice says EGA Rise of the Dragon downscaled Paladino. Yeah, it looks like they downscaled it, but they did a little bit of cleanup, which I did appreciate it. But yeah, some parts are a little messy in the EGA version of Rise of the Dragon. But they had some nice dithering in there, which was probably something that someone had to go in and do. So I appreciate that. Do I want to cheat this and just have a little bit of that lake? I might. We're still in that exploration phase of the background. So let's just... In fact... Yeah, I'm not entirely sold on this yet. Oops. Because I do want a little bit of variety in this. More recordings. Good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Says, don't know if I can justify the Sam & Max bid box. I already have an original plus Surfing the Highway. Ooh. 11043. Good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, so I feel like with this limited run games release that I'm probably not going to buy. I kind of feel like I don't have any actually what I can do with the Loom EGA is maybe I'll just buy the digital VGA version and find the EGA version somewhere on the internet. Just do what I've been doing and say, well, they got some of my money. They're not going to get all of my money. If I end up ever playing Loom for Let's Play, which I feel like I'd like to do at some point, because I don't think I ever finished that game. Dave Boy says, I've never seen scallions in a mixed drink, but I feel like it would work. I don't know if I agree with you, Dave Boy. I mean, there's plenty of like fruits and vegetables I would do in a mixed drink. I don't know. I don't know if I can totally agree with you. That's too bright. Ugh. What if we put some mountain back there? No, it just makes the composition look uneven. Hunter 1043 says, have you considered the focal point of the camera looking at this man? But seriously, it's amazing how different a face looks with that focal length. I'm not sure. 1043. Yeah, describe what you mean by the focal length for the camera for the piece. I'm all ears. Oh, eating with that is true. Those of us who don't have original big boxes, nice to have this as an option. A lot of original LucasArts boxes are pricey now. Agreed. I'm glad people have the option to get it. No, don't like it. Don't like it. And it's actually, he's not even centered right now, is he? No, he's not. I'm gonna move everything over. Let's move everything over. Hey, TM Machine says, you've never finished Loom? I feel like I've just heard the Pope has declared he's converting to Methodism. I never had Loom, ever. It's just a friend of the family had it. And so I've played bits of it, but yeah, I don't think I've ever finished it. But yeah, I don't, what happened? No, I didn't want to do that. So I mean, I'd like to play it eventually, I suppose. I know it's considered a shorter game too, so I don't really have a reason not to. Yeah, I do want to keep this more symmetrical, I think. Go on Summer, redeemed show a fun book. Fantastic. Okay, Hunter 1043 says, it's like how wide the lens is so it can absorb more light, produce a different image. So for this, it would be, so a wider lens would let in more light, which would mean that it would be brighter in the back. Like the image would be flatter. Would that be the case? And like a shorter focal length would be like blurrier in the back. I don't know film stuff. Okay. AD Machine, I will say it bothers me that his suspenders are so wide yet his arms are so spindly. I guess the suspenders, I see what you're saying. So we could totally make those thinner, because they are pretty wide. I think I had some kind of reference for that. Oh, that's not the right place. I totally see what you're saying. Like it's not like his arm, like his arm. Yeah, I can kind of see that. Black Dither will save us all. And 143 is currently obsessing over anatomy. Okay, at a wider angle, his face would be wider, and you'd see more of it, and his nose would be smaller. Interesting. No, not at all. I like the discussion. Okay, Edenway says, okay, Loom only took 3 hours to complete on my first playthrough. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I totally see what you're saying about, but the thing is like, often the seam of clothing wouldn't necessarily be where his shoulder seam is. Maybe his shoulders need to be broader, or just skinny up the suspenders. Let's try skinning up the suspenders. I'm open to that. So let's do this. Take this piece. And also, I gotta redeem that book. So, we're gonna redeem book before I forget. Control. Control tab. Okay, yes. Okay. We're gonna redeem the book, and then we're gonna skinny up the suspenders. I like the mochi thing rolling around out back there. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep that past New Year's. It's kind of fun. Okay. So book. So Gomon-sama, you're an artist. So I've got a beautiful art book that I want to share with you. Okay. First things first. Let's turn off the chroma key. Okay. And you want to squeeze more trees in the background. Okay. Oh, they're further back. Okay, so you're saying the shoulders are fine because of the. I'm still going to mess with the suspenders a bit because they are kind of wide, I think. Do you like the suspenders as they are, so the arms might be widened a bit? Oh, I see. Oh. No, that's Mochi back there. That's demonically possessed Mochi. So you do like the width. I'm going to play with them a bit though. Okay, so Gomon-sama, here's the book. So I did go to art school, and I think a lot of the appreciation for paintings is of course the actual painting in front of you, and like how you first react to something emotionally is super important, and that's the first consideration. But I find that my appreciation of a painting or an artist is very enhanced when I know the context of the painting, and what period of their life they were in, why they picked the subject matter, all these kinds of things. And so I've got this really wonderful book called Great Artists Explained, and this is published by DK, which is a wonderful, I think they're an English publisher. Okay, so this is by Robert Cumming, you see here. And so what this does, which I really, really love, it's almost like an art school in a book. So this, for instance, here's a spread on Caspar David Friedrich. And it gives you, like a really short Cole's notes about the guy's life. And then it'll take a painting and it'll break down elements of the painting that would be of interest. So it says here, best known German romantic landscape painter, born, example, like just quick about his life. But then, for instance, it says here, symbolic ships. The ships symbolize the voyage of life, and the central ship is nearing the end of its travels, just as Friedrich is approaching the end of his journey through life. So that's one of the things. So it's talking about these ships here and what they symbolized in his work. Another caption here was 4 stages of life. The figures represent the 4 stages of life: childhood, youth, maturity, and old age. So you can kind of see those guys here. So this would be a painting about his life, I'm supposing. AT Machine says, I'm surprised and impressed it didn't go for the default Wanderer, Weber dem Nebelmeer. Yeah, the one where he's on the cliff with the waves and everything. No, I know what you mean. That's his most famous piece, of course. It says here, spiritual light. Friedrich was not interested in the magnificence of sunlight or the freshness of nature, as were other contemporary landscape painters. Rather, he chose moonlight, evening, and winter, times of transformation. Such moments evoke stillness, silence, and contemplation, and remind us of our mortality. So, yeah. So what it does, so this is excellent. So we got this. Of course, there's a bunch of painters in here. Of course, right there is Degas. Right. So here's a piece by Degas. They talk about his life. They talk about maybe who these people are, for instance. Physical contact. Apart from the aunt's hand, which is placed limply on her daughter's shoulder, Degas shows no physical contact between members of the family. The atmosphere is cold and austere. Oh yes, the sea of fog. Yeah, it's kind of, it's where you view him from the back and things like that. But yeah, so this book is really, really, really fantastic. It talks about their key works as well. So Degas' key works were the Young Spartans, the dance foyer at the opera, dance class, and Woman Drying Herself, which is like the one I think everybody. Well, that one's the most famous one. You got some beautiful. Here's sometimes they'll do this. This is Whistler. And yeah, they just go on in about their lives and the context of the painting was, what the symbolism was. Here's Cézanne as well, who gets another double-page spread. And so this book goes from, let's see, I think this is done in chronological order. Is it? Okay, so yeah, here they start with Limburg brothers, died in 1416. So that's the earliest one. Yeah, Gomon-sama, I love their interesting choices. They don't choose the most obvious pieces. And then we end off with, who's the most contemporary piece? Most contemporary is Pollock, 1912 to 1956. Karijitsu, good to see you. Yeah, so yeah, this is mochi. So that is a mochi machine that does it automatically. It steams and pounds the rice. And so yeah, so this is what's nice. So this goes from 1416 to 1950 something, and it's like a nice little miniature arts course, really art history course. Mochi emote. Oh yeah, Gomon-sama. It covers like all the big stuff, right? All the big. I mean, it just well, they don't go by movements or anything. They take the piece and then they'll talk about each person. Um, so here's Goya. ATM machine. Not a fan of Jackson Pollock. I'm not a huge fan of Jackson Pollock either, but anyway, he was the last one. Second last one in here was Modigliani. I'm not even really a fan of Modigliani, but that's fine. But yeah, it's a great book explaining, and not just because you get the little plaques in the art galleries and stuff. But this is nice because yeah, it gives you more. Gives you more. Oh, Rembrandt gets two pieces. It kind of goes into detail about what makes that painting significant, or why it symbolizes significant things for the artist. So Goman-sama, thank you so much for the redemption. That's another favorite art book of mine, where it kind of really a lot of DK books, they pack in a lot of information, and it's not too big of a book really. Like you look at that, right? Really beautiful reproductions. No, thank you, Goman-sama again. 11043 book will discuss Julie Minamata in the future and her greatest works, Crimson Diamond, etc. All right, yes, the EGA revival. There are a few of us, right? We've got Slat Studio, of course, and we've got Cosmic Void 3 has done some EGA. Mouse did the enclosure, did the kind of like the 3D enclosure. There's a few of us. Camulust is making her own engine, which is kind of nice. There's a few of us. Phil Fortier did Snail Quest. There's a bit of a revival going on. Of course, also Powerhoof did the Tulwinian. Dave Lloyd. Oh my gosh, ATM machine. Literally a couple months ago, they found out that a painting by Pierre Mondrian had been hanging upside down for decades and nobody noticed. Okay, yeah, I was messing with his suspenders because I was thinking maybe... Because, look, we have this other picture of the fisherman, and the suspenders are definitely a lot thinner here. So, yeah, that's kind of... For consistency's sake, I totally see us moving that in a little bit, I'm not against it, is what I'm saying. Yeah, that totally works for me. Aha! 1043 says, no, it's fine. I mean, maybe it is fun, but when you look at the suspenders in the daytime fishermen, they are thinner on there. And in the nighttime, I didn't even put them on there, which maybe I can just explain away because it's in shadow. Evil Tentacle also says narrow suspenders. Oh yes, Karijitsu. I know, that makes me sad. That fresco, that Jesus Christ fresco, that woman tried to restore with not any art training. It seemed like that's, to me. I mean, some people find it funny, and I find it really really sad. But yes, that's a famous one. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of there's no shortage of artwork for sure, religious artwork, but I don't know. I get to be like, well, it's like a 600-year-old piece or whatever, however old it was, and it's just, you can't make those anymore. There's kind of like a limited supply. Of course, things are becoming older every year, but you get my point. And yes, it does look funny. It does. It is a pretty humorous looking piece on its own without context. Oop. Yes, both sad and funny. Funny and sad, yes. Sad and hilarious, of course. Yeah, that's Fourier says in 500 years it just becomes part of its story. I think that's a really good perspective to have, actually. Why is that? Why is that doing nothing? Do something. What's going on? Why is that not doing anything? Is this because... Oh, you know what? Is this... Okay, no. That should work. There it goes. Okay, I don't know what was the problem. That's true. I mean, that's probably the most... Yeah, the most significant thing that would have happened to that piece, and it probably would be kind of forgettable. Beyond that... Oh, you know what? I wanted to do that the other way. That was the problem. ATM machine says, indeed, you don't want people doing that sort of thing, but it's pretty funny when it has results like that. And Karajichi says, Old Prospector just reminded me of that Will Ferrell sketch. So, I know you know this already, but I cannot wait for this game to come out. Kirajitsu did play the demo on stream and did fantastically. I think didn't even take any hints. Played it from beginning to end. Amazing. Kirajitsu, fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to you playing the whole game. And Grindislav, oh my goodness. So Grindislav, of course, is... Oh no. Francisco Gonzalez of Grindislav Games. Wild West Wednesday. Is there a return to Wild West Wednesdays, Francisco, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern? Also, Francisco, I got to hit you with the full New Year'sness that we have for today. We have the mochi, which is a Japanese rice cake that is being pounded by a machine right now. Well, not right now, but at the time, which makes rice cakes like this, right? And then also it's the year of the rabbit, of course. So that's why Dido is dressed as a rabbit. So happy Crimson Canoe Year, Francisco. Yeah, and if you are streaming tomorrow, what are you streaming? Oh no, you're not streaming. Oh, shame. Looking forward to when you do return to it. Okay, so we were... Also, are you going to buy the limited run games Loom or Sam & Max Hit the Road? Yes, I do like the thinner... And it does give him a bit more shoulder. So let's do that to the other side. And then we are going to maybe start vignetting. And I do think those trees need to be... These trees need to be dithered back. Yep. Yes, they do. And why also aren't those trees being dithered back? Is this dither screen? No. Oh, it is. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, that already helps. Yes, Crimson Canoe Year, AT Machine. Yeah, it does caption as canoe, which is probably kind of Canadian appropriate. Oh, Grindislav has the original boxes. My goodness, well done. Well done. 11043 asks, hey Julia, what New Year do Japanese people celebrate Easter West? They celebrate New Year's on January the 1st. And so there is a Japanese zodiac thing, which is a year of the rabbit, same as Chinese, but Chinese New Year is later in February, and Japanese New Year is January. ATM is definitely getting hit the road of limited run release since it has a concept art book. Gotcha. Yes, and yes, Grindislav was at MagFest and did a panel. Yes, and yes, Hunter 1043. The advantage of living in a wonderfully multicultural place like Toronto is you can enjoy more than one New Year's. There we go. That'll do. Oh wow, Maximus says Chinese New Year is early this year, January 22nd. Oh, because it's the Lunar New Year, right? I thought it would be the first. The first is it like the first full moon of the year? Is that what Lunar New Year is? That is very interesting. Oh yeah, and also I, oops, yeah, this has to cancel this bit out. Just do a thing. I never thought of it. I've always thought that Chinese New Year was in February without fail. But wow, today I learned. I guess something else I can do is I can start teasing a little bit of what game I'll be starting my Let's Play of this evening. It is, I mentioned it's an EGA adventure game. It is also a mystery adventure game that is based in a house, which of course is my favorite niche of a niche of a niche of a subgenre. So I'm excited about that. And it's got a really interesting UI, which I read up on, so I'm not going to be completely going into this cold. Ooh, cool. Hunter1043 says, I had Polish neighbors that celebrated New Year's by chalking some Bible names on their front door. I love winter rituals and initials and numbers for the New Year. I love all that type of a stuff. I do. Yeah, I think... Oh, did I make that one too thin? It's fine. Okay, so that already looks better. The dithering makes the back look better still. And why don't we... You know what? Let's get that dithering going on. And, give me 1 second. I'm going to go to my own face view because I need to look through my files for something. Because we did do that... The fishy fish. That was our last scene that we did. And, the fish gutting. Where'd it go? Just don't mind me. Enjoy the mochi whirling around on loop while I look for files that I can never find. Is it here? Fish? Fish gutting. Fish guts. I hope this? Okay. Ooh, did I get it the first try? No way. Okay. Vignette. Yes, I did. Okay, so back to Photoshop. So this is a piece that we did recently together. Oh, Bilkin asks, is it Hugo's House of Horrors? It is not Hugo's House of Horrors, though I love Hugo's House of Horrors. Exactly, Hunter1043, I agree. Winter is miserable, so having these types of festivals and everything is super key. Brighten up the night. And you can't eat mochi now. You can eat mochi whenever you want. Absolutely. It also freezes really well, so we made a bunch and we freeze it, and then you can just microwave it and it's fine. The game dev Jeff, the mochi almost looks like it's breakdancing. It is fantastic. There's actually, you know what? Actually, what I will do is the video has sound. So I recorded it on my phone. I didn't realize, so I'm really glad I did a sound check this time around because this video has sound, and when it plays, it's just a whirring of machinery. So I'm going to play you what the sound sounds like for this clip. So give me a second. Okay, so let's turn this down. Okay, I'm going to subject you to the mochi sound for a little bit, and then we'll return to regular programming. And Maximus has loads of frozen mochi in his fridge. Okay. Is that too loud? Is that too... I take that as me maybe too loud? Okay, how about this? That is the sound of the future. Okay. It's fun. So what's happening is that there's like a screwy spike thing that's in the middle, and I don't know what it's doing to make it do this, but it just makes it happen. It's wonderful. Okay, so let's go back. Yeah, I'm just so relieved I did do that sound check, or else that would have been playing the entire time. Okay, so we have our guy here. Oh yeah, so we have this vignette that we have from the fish, right? So we're gonna just drop this in to this, and we might make these we might reverse these colors. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so that's the current vignette, but we're gonna reverse these colors, I think. So how am I gonna do this? Okay, so that is that. How am I gonna do this? Oh, scene change. Sorry. Yes, thank you guys. You'd have to know a lot about engineering and a lot about Mochi to build that thing. It's all it is like a screwy type of like part, plastic part, and it just does magic. It does magic. Okay, so this is so this is the vignette piece that I had from the other piece that I've just liberated. But I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. So this has to be black, I think, right? Let's try that. So that is the black. Scene change should be a redemption table, it says. ATM machine says, I wonder if the fish sketch would be better rendered as dark red and black dithering with black or dark gray shadows. It would be, wouldn't it be scary? Hold on, we can quickly see what that looks like. But I feel like that would be scary. And also, it would like the hands would be the same color, but you know me, I'm not. Until it's launched, everything is up for grabs. Oops. It's just gonna look fleshy, like. Yeah, like I see. I can see why it would be more real. But yeah, it's I love those color combinations though, like quite a bit. Make the hands gray and black. These are all things we could do. Okay, gosh. Just for the sake of funds, we're gonna do that. So, gray and black. So there's a dark gray. I just love doing stuff like this. Oh wait, no, wait, that can't be it. They can't be. Well, maybe they can be black. Maybe they can be black, because then it would just be. Oh, that's and the red back, Oh, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. We're gonna leave that up there. We're gonna save that. We're gonna leave that up there. Okay. So this is our vignette guy. And actually, what I'm going to do with this is I might do a backwards. I'm going to make this a layer mask so I can kind of work into it. Yeah, it looks scary. It looks like a zombie. But yeah, I'm going to soften this up a little bit, like that. So that's kind of the dithering we're going at, I believe. You don't know. No, it's fine. No, Hunter, honestly, I like just playing around with stuff like that. And when I would do illustrations, I would come up with like a dozen color variations. I love playing with this stuff. The exploration of like color palette. I love color palettes. Yes, he went coal mining. Harsh Canadian. I love coral and cyan together. Yes, artistic license. Artistic license is good license. I just. That's why I love something like Blood Nova, where it uses purples and greens, the colors that I don't tend to use very much. I just love seeing them. It's so much fun. And even I mean the weakness of those trees back there, you can't even tell right now. And I think with the dithering, I do want to with the dithering, I want to darken the shadows in the trees so they read better. So let's do that. Robin the Red Fox, good to see you. Welcome back. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Happy Canoe Year. He could be wearing gloves. This is all of these things are very true. But then it would probably require me to have to alter a lot of other scenes that I've done. So that kind of makes me resistant. And he kind of, he's roughing it, so he might not have gloves. So. But I like all the suggestions. I like trying stuff, You're part of the process. Just like when Dan's here with the music, you're part of that creative process. And oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys. Dan actually sent me 3 tracks for the game, so I can put those in the game. That's really, really exciting. Special Carl, good to see you. Happy Crimson Canoe Year. Yes, and Dave, well, yeah, strong purple is definitely missing from EGA, like a bluey purple, like a grapey purple, like a fake grapey purple is kind of what's missing. And of course, there's no orange besides like the bright red here. Yeah, exactly, Dave. Exactly. Beat you to it. Mm. You're late now, Special Carl. No, it's all good. It's all good. And yes, Goemon Sama is right about the sketchbooks, Carl. I love seeing the sketchbook stuff. And that was one of my kind of New Year's resolutions is I want to do some more sketching this year. And I need to do a sketch for my next Crimson Gazette, which is coming up dismayingly quickly, the mid of January. So that already is almost looking kind of finished. Although, of course, the background there. Oops! Oh no. The background has to get a little bit more cleaned up, I think. But it's really getting there. In fact, I don't even mind having the trees almost being like a texture back there. And Hunter 1043, I do like the limited music that is in the Colonel's Bequest. So yeah, my game was not gonna have wall-to-wall music at all. It comes and goes. And I do like that effect. So let's see here. Yeah, I was going to just clean up the trees a little bit, but not really much, because they're actually doing quite a bit just with the dithering. And if I don't need to add much more detail on them besides what's there, just like adding some suggestions of some needles maybe is nice. I might be able to get away with doing very little, which is kind of nice. Hahaha. Oh wow, Dave, well your friend has started a bookbinding business and you got a sweet sketchbook. I love sketchbooks. I love sketchbooks. Yeah, the music that I will be adding to the game won't be really stuff you can hear in the demo, unfortunately. It'll be stuff for later on. But yeah, I'm going to be adding that soon. After I finish this quick round of testing I've been doing, just cleaning some stuff up. I'm going to be, I'm going to stick that music in and test that out. And then start on that chapter 6, which will be a relatively shorter chapter, which will be nice. Yeah, it's not going to be too much in that chapter, I don't think. Oops. Maybe a bit more of the blue. Oh yes, ATM machine. I love the Commodore 64 palette. It has a medium gray and orange instead of the bright purple and bright cyan. I love a subdued palette too, actually. Trouble with sketchbooks. You have 3 now. I've got a bunch. I'm glad, Special Car, I'm glad you enjoy watching the work. I am always worried that this is boring for people. But what I do a lot of the times, like I'm watching other streams, I tend to just do work. Kind of pay attention a little bit here and there. But yeah, I don't mind these as just kind of like a wall of texture. And this means I'm just not putting excessive amounts of detail into something that is just going to be dithered back. Grim blood. Okay, I'm going to write this down, Hunter, on this piece of paper. Grim blood. Dr. Teflon, good to see you. You got a bunch of sketchbooks you don't even draw. There's something really satisfying about a sketchbook. This is C64 graphics. Okay. Welcome, by the way. Happy Crimson Tuesday. And I gotta check my notifications just to make sure I haven't missed anything, because that's becoming a problem. Okay, good. Haven't missed anything yet. Good. Okay. Well, time is flying. Time is flying. So half an hour. In half an hour, what I'll be doing is I'll be moving into showing Cruise for a Corpse the bad ending, one of the bad endings. Because at the ending of the game, you pick who you think murdered Nicholas Karabujan. And you can pick the right person, which we did the first time, but you can pick a bunch of wrong people. I'm just going to play picking the wrong person once, because they're all pretty much the same ending. They just kind of stick in the person's graphic or whatever, for depending on who you picked. So I'll be doing that first, and then I'll be introducing the next game we'll be playing, which I'm really excited about. Ooh, they left the eyes black. Grimblood. Ooh, Grimblood is a murder mystery. Okay, Hunter 1043, you've just piqued my interest even more. Murder mystery. Special Carl, you're using yourself as reference, a visual reference for a project? Do tell us more. Anna, spaghetti carbonara and snow peas. That sounds fantastic. Oh yeah, I was going in here and just adding some fake detail into these trees, so that they look like trees, even though they're just not at all trees. Robin the Red Fox, you pick your sketchbook up and draw a little when the mood hits you. Now I gotta ask you, sketchbook havers, do you use like paints and watercolors in your sketchbooks, or do you have special watercolor sketchbooks for those instances? Background soundtrack, repetitive was creepy. Good. Okay, yeah, quick notes for playing when you're playing stuff. That's something that Robot Spacer does on his streams. Actually, he has a notebook and he keeps wonderful notes and makes little maps for things, and it's wonderful. And if he's playing Oberdin, we're gonna raid him. Okay, you do a pencil, color pencils, pen to ink the lines. Gotcha. Judge Khan, happy Crimson Tuesday, happy Canoe Year is what we're saying, I think. Usually just do graphite, but I'm starting with colored markers and marker paint markers. I use a lot of like colored pens for things. I just like the different color of line. I actually prefer not to use pencil in sketchbooks, because I have this problem where I draw and erase too much. So if I use pen, I have to force myself to commit to what I'm doing. As otherwise I'll just be stuck in this draw, erase, and then it's just not as fun. It's Happy Canoe Year, thank you. Yes, Judge Khan. Oh, and yeah, you love to take. I love taking physical notes as well. For adventure games. Oh, Pixel Turkey says my sketchbook is for game sprite concepts. I just use color pencils. Do you have like a graph paper for your sketchbooks? Although for sprites, probably need like smaller graph paper sketchbook. I've always kind of wanted to have that. Okay, so that's not looking bad at all. And so I think the last thing to do for this, which we will be getting into now, is that hand coming up, which I should have taken pictures for reference of that hand. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to try just drawing it, and then giving up, and then asking for reference. So we're going to start with just trying to draw it out of our heads, which is never a good idea. So let's do hand. Yes, happy Canoe Year, you Canadian Knights. Robin the Red Fox also dabbles in digital stuff, and I want to experiment with colors and stuff. It is hard to do with traditional media. Yes. The great and bad thing of digital is it's endless. Like the paper doesn't start getting all mashed up the more you erase with it, which is what usually happens to me. Okay, so the hand comes up. So actually, okay. So he's holding a thing like this. Ugh. I'm gonna have to take a picture of my own hand. No pics, no grids in your sketchbook, otherwise you get too fixated, Pixel Turkey says. I actually have I think I've shown you guys this. Hold on, I'll go to big view. Um, I do have a sketchbook here. Um, Actually, I probably won't need to even turn off the chroma key. So this is my planner that I use, and so it's a Midori Traveler's Notebook, and every year I order from a stationery company the inserts. So there's it goes from January to July and then July to December. And so right now I've got I decorated. Oh no, yeah, I'm gonna need to take off that key out thing. Okay, so put your hand to the camera. We'll take a screenshot. So here's my whole planner thing, and so it's got this is the January to June insert for Midori Traveler's Notebook. I have got my Hanko here stamp. That's Aiko, which is my Japanese name, my middle name. And this one is Minamata, my Hanko Minamata, which is just one, which is kind of nice. And I've got a bunch of stickers. I like stickers. And I do this, like, that's my New Year's thing. At New Year's, I will stamp the new one. I will decorate with stickers. And so I have, there is a sketchbook area here where I've done, like, sketches of different things I was trying to do. I also had here's Canadian architecture things. So notes on this Canadian architecture book that I really wanted to keep, but I just took a bunch of notes of everything. So just what what the different kinds of windows are called, like typical Canadian architecture. You see a lot of these houses downtown Toronto. I think I've shown this before, but anyway. So that's what most of my sketchbook stuff is like. And I also have another sketchbook in here, but I haven't really done much with it, and I need to start filling this out more. Yeah, this doesn't have anything in it. So that's that. Yes, and JudgeCon, honestly, I think it does look like the Girl Diary, which is, I think, part of the appeal for me. So these bead things I made with polymer clay as well. And so I've really decorated and personalized it. There's a fun, like, I got this Ziploc thing in here where it's got my colored pen refills, which go into this pen, which has 5 colors of ink in it. You can see that kind of. And so I use all those colors when I'm writing stuff that I'm going to do down, which I don't think I'm going to actually show you what's in here, because they're just like personal stuff. But yeah, so I'll write like stuff in here and use like the different colors to like denote different things. And yeah, I think part of the appeal for me is that this does look like the Girl Notebook, and I love Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Yeah, and so Bilkin, yeah, so these are like I made these out of polymer clay. They're kind of hard to see. But this one I wanted to make it look like turquoise. It's not really turquoise. I wanted to make this look like carnelian. I even polished this to look like carnelian. And they're kind of hard to see, but they're translucent. And this one is supposed to look like pearl, because it's got like mica powder in it that's pearlescent, but it's really hard to see in this light. Yeah, it's getting blown out. Can't tell. But yeah, so I've personalized it and decorated, and I keep a record of all that stuff. And show on the chroma key again. Okay. So Sklo1 asks, what is the video playing on the right? So yeah, this is a mochi maker. And so every New Year's, it's traditional for Japanese people to make mochi, which is like these really glutinous rice cakes that are kind of really sticky. You have to chew really well, because every year people choke to death on it, because it's very easy to not chew it well. But it's just a nice, simple flavor. And traditionally they're pounded in these in a hollowed out like wooden tree stump or something, wooden thing, pounded with a wooden mallet and everything. But if you have the technology, you can have it all done for you, steaming and pounding. As you can see, there's this dial here, steam and pound. It will do this all for you, and then you end up You end up, oop, no, that's me. You end up making these little rice cakes that you can freeze them, you can eat them in miso soup, you can eat them just with some sugar and some soy sauce. And I just think it looks great. And I think it is a lot like a bread machine, I'm assuming, because I think bread machines will need the dough as well. And does it look like this? I don't know. But yeah, this is my, because it's kind of like my New Year's, my first stream back. And so I wanted to put, the year of the rabbit card that I've made, and a little bit of New Year's celebration food. Ice cream mochi is also excellent. So that stuff, when what is considered ice cream mochi, it's more like it's not as chewy as this, because I know exactly the ones you mean. But they kind of do have a nice springy texture, kind of. So they're made of also, I guess, rice something, but those ones are more like dessert type of things, and this is not. It's not really dessert type of food. There's not really any sugar in it. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to Photoshop. Oh, Dr. Teflon says, "Oh, it's extremely organized. I have a doctor's writing, so most stuff that I take notes is readable to me and to me only." Well, that's fine because like Leonardo da Vinci had mirrored handwriting, right? And it's fine as long as you can read it, and it's better if no one else can read it. Oh yeah. I was gonna. What I needed to do is I needed to take a picture of my hand holding something. I'm just trying to look for something that is suitable for holding that would. Oh, here, perfect. Okay, so I found something. So, and I can, you know what I'll do? I can take my own screen cap. So, okay, so the guy's holding something like this, right? Okay, like that, right? Is it like he's picking up? He's going like maybe. When you do something in real life, it's never okay. That, like that. Okay, I'm gonna do a screenshot. Okay, wait, I gotta turn off. Okay, okay. Okay. More center angle. So tilt towards the camera so that it's more of a side view, like that. And then of course we're gonna have to flip it. Okay. Yes, Chloe. Yeah, I mean it's mostly like old people and kids. Just you gotta cut. My mom used to cut it up small for us, and we would, but just chew carefully and chew a lot, which I think is something that we all need to keep in mind with eating any kind of food. Okay, you've sent pictures of hands reaching for something on Discord. Okay, I'm gonna try using what I've just done. We're gonna try that. Okay, and it's farewell Nova Scotia. No, eating away. So these are not. These don't have any sweetened red bean paste or sugar or anything added. So it's not like a dessert at all. These mochi. Okay. I look thrilled. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this. Um. Oh, cool. Okay, so Ewan says American Indians would make a bit of sweetness in cornbread by first chewing the corn, which reacts with saliva. I love cornbread. I love cornbread so much. It's kind of good, right? Um, hand. And now I'm a hand model. Ooh, herbs and feta cheese and cornbread, and I have not tried that. Okay. Cornbread. I don't mind that cornbread is it can be dry because then you can just smother it in butter. Maybe it needs more on this. It's okay. You know what? This is just for reference. It doesn't have to be perfect. So why don't we just go with that? Okay, so Or corn souffle from Fresh Market, only kind of cornbread you can send. I'll take any. And also corn tortillas are nice. I was actually looking for like a cornbread mix, like something that is instant or something. You just kind of mix with water and put in a pan. I thought that would exist. Maybe I just invented it in my head. But I was very disappointed when I went to the grocery store once with the full intention of buying cornbread mix. So let's see. And we're going to make this whatever size right now because we're going to resize it probably. Jiffy. Okay, this is Jiffy cornbread mix. Okay. Ooh, corn things. Only corn things you like are Spanish cream corn and cornflakes articulices. Oh, yeah, like Rice Krispies. I love corn. I love corn on the cob. I like corn in soup. It's just awesome. It's just sweet and delicious. And corn on the cob when it's in season in Ontario, just a Jeffy. I don't know if you ever like drive out to like Stouffville or Whitby to a farmer's stand and get corn and you're just in a cornfield. It's the best corn you'll ever have. Okay, it's very common in the U.S. Anyway, says the Jiffy cornbread mix. I don't see it in my grocery store. I gotta look for it in other grocery stores. Okay, and Anna says, yeah, American cornbread mix, very tasty. You've never seen it in Canada. That is terrible. Anyway, says the first ingredient in Jiffy cornbread mix is wheat. I just want cornbread easy, and I don't even care what's in it. Chili with cheese and cornbread on the side. Good stuff, Robin. The Red Foxes. Oh, I want some. Cornfield near your house, Anna. 2 months of fresh corn every year. So many types. So good. It's just a cool. He hates corn. I will say I'm pretty good about eating most things. Actually, I'm going to change the levels on this so I can see my fingernail better because it's really blown out. Here. Mazes and cornfields special, Carl. Oh, it sounds like a horror movie. I'm not crazy about okra and I'm not crazy about bitter melon, but I think I'm good with most other things. So this is going to be like that. It's kind of facing us. And then here is that. And this goes like this. Milk and corn is by far my favorite vegetable. Probably like carbohydrates too much for my own good. Corn's so good. Oh, okay, Jessica Jeffrey says, until recently my parents' house was in farm country, corn everywhere. Okay, Jiffy cornbread makes very common, very inexpensive in the U.S. Oh man, I need to find some. There's probably some groceries. Just probably not my local grocery store is going to have that. But I got to start looking at other grocery stores because I just need cornbread. And it's weird that it's not that big here. Cantaloupe hunter, I'm a fan of melon. And yeah, I kind of grew up in a house where melon was considered kind of a treat, and I don't know if that's because just Japanese people considered melon kind of a treat. Like it's something you serve guests. So we wouldn't have it in the house very often. But I'm a fan of. I like honeydew better. Eating with corn is a very large weed. This is from your experience living in Illinois. Is it though? It's been bred to be awesome. It took a long time to get there. Welcome to Corn Channel. Now, ever since GPS became public use, Bilkin says farmers in the U.S. have made corn mazes in October. Gives outdoor entertainment to the community and more income for the farmers. Yeah, I'm really fascinated by the stuff that farmers do in the off season for money. There is I sometimes watch some like Japanese programming, and there is like persimmon, kaki, And so persimmon farmers would do an off season is they'll dry it, and it's like this awesome preserved fruit, well dried fruit that they do by hand, and that's what they do in the off season. And of course, other farmers off season would brew sake, all kinds of stuff, do crafts. This hand looks mangled, but that's okay. I can say that because it's my own hand. And corn is good for ethanol and stock feed as well. Artistic coolest is you put corn in my food and I won't eat it. I'm afraid you're in the minority, but luckily there's plenty of other things to enjoy. Plenty of other foods to enjoy if you're not totally into corn. Fresh fruit, Bilkin's your favorite ever. I'm a big fan. I love like strawberries might be my favorite berry. These fingers need to be way longer. That's the problem. So let's just do this, do this. You know what I should do, you guys? I should just trace it. Yeah, we still need to do this hand, Bilkin, and I might just trace this. Watch me take a shortcut. It's my stuff. What if I don't feel like working hard today? Yes, trace it, save time. Let's do it. How big do we want this? I'm not above this. Okay, let's start with that. Do not give this Canadian fisherman the hands of a slim artist. I'll give him like, bigger knuckles or something. I don't know. Yes, Justin Jeffy vouches for Ontario strawberries being amazing. They are. I don't usually do outline, but we're gonna start with outline. We're just taking every shortcut in the book, you guys. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not above tracing. This is where those are. Zoom in of the hand. Looks like it came from Please Question VGA. In Blue Force, the art looks kind of too realistic in a weird way. It's kind of strange. So I'll give him kind of like square ends to his fingers or something. This can all post, right? It all works in post. There's knuckle. Knuckle. Tendon, knuckle. Oh, it's too much. No, too much noise. Just do knuckle. Wrist. There. Right? And then we're going to fill this. We're going to fill that. Contiguous. That's already fine. Look at that. Blue Force Grandma is fierce. I've never played it. I only watched the level 0 NPCs do a playthrough of it. Just draw happy little fingers. This is fine. That's a good start. I will make those fingers thicker, though. Oh yeah, I should also just stick the thing in there too. So just for reference, there's the thing that was in the hand. That's fine. Okay. Actually, I should just fill it too. That can be modified. One hand done. Oh, there's only going to be one hand. We're all good. Oh, wow. Dr. Teflon says, I picked up one of my sketchbooks and found some notes. I took an article I took on an article on Dark Souls in 2011, back when I worked at a magazine. That's how long I have them. Hey, it happens. What magazine did you work for? Yeah, we're gonna need to bulk that up a bit, but that's not bad for a start. Ooh. Okay, wait. I gotta open that up in a tab. Just a Jeffy has specific strawberry recommendation, which as my favorite fruit. Taste and See Farms, Belmere, Queensland. Is that what that is? Yes, Boom Instant Hand. Bananas are considered a type of berry. Oh well, I didn't know James Cameron traced a photo of Kate Winslet for Titanic. He's a really good artist. So I'm kind of surprised he would do that, but probably to save time. And when he filmed his own hand making the drawing by Jack. Gotcha. Gotcha. And Judge Khan says, doubtless God could have made a better berry, but doubtless God never did. Is that in reference, to, oh yeah, and sorry, Judge Khan, you're the one who gave the strawberry recommendation. So that's a good start. So that's hand now. It is my favorite. Of course, we all know Dan likes the physalis the most. The golden berries are also called here in Ontario. So we're starting with this. I might just do that first. I might just stretch it. Let's check our preferences to make sure we're stretching it. Nope, we want nearest neighbor for image interpolation. So yeah, we're gonna just stretch it first to make it beefier to start with, I think. Oh, Hunter, honestly, hands tell a lot about it. Takes so much about people. If you play guitar or something, you're gonna have calluses on your hands, right? If you draw a lot and you grip the pen with a death grip like I do, this muscle here is gonna be, it can be more developed on one side than the other. Like I found that when I was doing freelance illustration, this muscle here, this thumb muscle, for me, I could tell that the one on the right hand side was much bigger. Not much bigger, but was bigger and denser than the one on the left. Definitely, you can tell a lot by somebody with their hands. So I'm gonna actually make this, like I said, knuckles bigger, I think. So it did surprise me, like in the new version of Sherlock, there's a part where he meets the woman, and I forgot what her name is, and she tries to throw him off of getting a read on her by being naked. But you can tell a lot about a person by their, what their bodies are like, what their hands are like, all these things. So it's interesting to me that, I guess Sherlock's powers of deduction kind of didn't allow him to get a read on the woman in the Sherlock episode, when actually that gives more information than you'd think. Yes, Irene Adler. Thank you, Judge Khan. Yes, that's her name. Yes, of course. Squall, where's the beef? Oh, Anna, did you miss the part where I traced this hand? Anna, this is my hand. Yeah, small, tiny hands, nimble hands, Hunter. Yeah. Yeah, well, look at the muscles, and you look, like how the nails are kept. Like, do you keep your nails a bit long, the longer side? Do you keep them on the shorter side? Do you bite them? Some people have a ring finger that's the same length as that index finger. I think that's usually, I'm not sure who tends to have that index finger being the same length. A lot you can tell by someone's hands. And so we're going to make this guy's hands kind of fleshier, so these pads are going to enhance pads. Ooh, 1032. Exactly, Squall. This is why I'm naked whenever I meet new people. Gotta throw them off. Honestly, it tells a lot about you. Your body tells a lot about you as a person. It has that potential. If people are able to break those things down, right? Yeah, see, Anna keeps her nails super short, or she would injure herself, but she likes nail polish. Yeah, does a person wear nail polish? Does a person get manicures? What color is the skin? Is the skin, seen a lot of sun? Has it not seen a lot of sun? There's just, there's so many things. Of course, I watch a lot of mystery shows too. But yeah, so that's a good start here. We're gonna work on making this, aging the hand up, and beefing it up. But yeah, so Anna, so this is my hand here. I took a screen cap, and yeah, we're gonna work on that. But it's 10:32, you guys, 10:33. So I think that's a really good place to end off. I might end up making that bigger for drama purposes, and making the blue thing smaller. But I think that's a really strong start. Judge Con asked, did I watch Glass Onion? We watched it last week, enjoyable. Judge Con, I did watch Glass Onion. Hold on, let me just save this and let me control tab to me. Okay, I'm going to quickly talk about Glass Onion. I also have to save this into my Google Drive. I did see it. I saw it, I think, the day it came out on Netflix, which was December the 23rd. It came out on Netflix all over the world. And I have to say, I liked the first one better. Because, it's kind of more in a house. I like that house setting, and it's more like of a believable house. Also, the people I've found... So, the first 20 minutes, I got really scared and anxious because I found everyone really obnoxious. And I thought, oh, I was really actually looking forward to this movie. And I want to enjoy this, but I'm not enjoying this right now. And I'm disappointed. But it did pick up. I felt like it did get better as it went. I also was not crazy about the ending, super crazy about the ending, but there's a lot of fun stuff in it. It's very mystery-like, in terms of like clues and fun conversations and everything, and seeing things from a different perspective and all that. And I just eat that stuff up. So overall, I think it's a lot of fun. But I did not find the people as the characters as likable as the first one. Of course, the people in the first movie are also not great people, but they were more grounded as realistic because they weren't all, well off or whatever. And I think just you're not going to beat Christopher Plummer for charisma and likability. And yeah, I think I might overall have just liked the cast too better in the first one. But I did like the second one. Oh, it looks like he's holding out his elbow. Yeah, I mean, that I would change this. I might change the angle of the arm for that eventually, but I would cheat that stuff. Yeah, like Bill couldn't. Yeah, I mean, in terms of like how much you exercise, in terms of like seeing somebody's body and having, not necessarily having making correct assessments, but you could hopefully try to form some kind of idea about a person. I mean, you could be wrong, of course, but all kinds of ideas. The twirling mochi should be the name of new traveling circus performers. I would recommend Glass Onion. I would say if you're feeling like you want to bow out after the first 20 minutes, stick it out. It's still a lot of fun. But I do like the first one better. Oh, Maximus recommends another next mystery movie to look forward to. The Crime is Mine, set in the 1930s. Ooh. Let's take a look. I'm going to open that in a tab. I love how this seems to be making a resurgence, these types of movies. I couldn't be happier. Okay, done. Great. Okay. Great. Okay. Alright, so. Highbury, good to see you. Highbury Hazard streams. I don't know if you're streaming much nowadays, Highbury, but I'm going to give you a shout out if I can figure out how to do that. Highbury. And I don't know why it's not auto-populating. It's not doing it for me. Good to see you. Okay. It's going well. Yeah, we're just doing our first stream of the year. I'm going to be playing a new game soon, but I did want to show you guys. I wanted to show, not the watermelon tourmaline. I wanted to show the one of the bad endings to Cruise for a Corpse. So we're gonna do that real quick. I didn't change this. Oh man, I didn't change this to art when I was doing art. Oops. Okay, so we're gonna put a pause on this music. We are going to load up Cruise for a Corpse, and we're going to show just one of the bad endings, just for completeness sake. Yes. So Highbury, I know you're mentioning about taking a break because of your shoulder, and hopefully it heals up soon. Highbury has just said, "I saw you on the One Short Eye Colonel's Bequest video. I just knew you would show up at some point." Speaking of that, I do have a link to that if anyone is interested. One Short Eye produces these wonderful videos on YouTube about speedrunning adventure games, and he did this wonderful deep dive just into Colonel's Bequest and some of the details and the way certain actions affect certain other actions in the game. Highly recommended if you like that game. So that is, and I got to do like a little like guest spot in that to talk about the art in the game. So there's a link to it on for YouTube and all that. Oh, Sluicebox has ported the Questigule 1 VGA Mac Elmer Fudd Easter egg to DOS. And Sluicebox, yeah, is another. It's a Sluicebox. Speaking of Sluicebox has been a wonderful resource for the Colonel's Bequest because he's a big fan of the Colonel's Bequest, and works with, I think he works with ScumVM and with SCI games in particular, and he was able to really look into the code and see some of these things that were happening, stuff that you'd never guess. It's wonderful. Okay, I know I've got that open now. Great. Okay. Oh, One Short Eye. Speaking of, yes, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Okay, so we're gonna get into just a quick. Oh, I gotta turn down the sound for this because Cruise for Corpse is loud. Okay, so this is gonna be our last time doing a Cruise for a Corpse because we did show the good ending last time, but I gotta load this thing up. Okay, and don't worry. I know you guys cannot see it yet. I gotta get there. Okay, so that is. Oh wow, my notifications are right at the bottom. Why did that happen? Order to top. Okay. Okay. Tell me that's too loud. Okay, you guys probably can't hear that. Oh, maybe you can. Tell me if it's too loud. And I'm just gonna add a window, another window. So this is CCCCC. Okay. No, not this one. Okay. Right. There it is. This game is hard. But, okay. Thank you so much again, Special Carl, fellow artist. Thank you for the hand reference. I may end up using some of that stuff. Maybe your hand is a little like more fisherman than my hand potentially. Okay, so we need to load. So load, pick. So here is the end of the game. Okay, so here are all the people we can select for who killed Nicholas Karabujan. And oh, I should turn the cycles down too. Okay, so these people, and so if you pick, all these bad endings are pretty much the same. So we're going to just choose one. We'll just pick Daphne this time. Oh. Did I make that too slow? There, okay. Okay, you, Daphne, killed Nicholas Karabujan. And there's no music here, I don't think. Daphne is my favorite too, Hunter. Okay, why did we kill my father? Revenge. Okay. Yeah, her mother died and her father remarried Rebecca, and she and Rebecca do not get along. Okay. Cycles are a little bit slow. A little faster. Okay. Okay. Anyway, this isn't right anyway because she didn't really do it. And so the ending happens here. Oops. Oops. You get off the boat. And as the boat moves away, Daphne's last words ring in your ear. So this is the same, just a different person's picture there. And then, so and so says, "I'm innocent." It's the same, basically the same message. You begin to have doubts. Evidence, there isn't any, only assumptions. Right. I think cycles are too low. Okay. You contemplate the sea with a bitter feeling of failure. And maybe it's time to change careers, my dear Raoul. We're Raoul. We're considering changing our careers because it looks like we bungled the case. My clicks are not registering. Speed this up a little bit again. Or maybe it doesn't do anything. Is that it? Oh. I think that's it. I think it stopped. I think that's the end. Okay. Right. Anyway, there we go. That is the bad ending of Cruise for a Corpse. Pretty much all the bad endings are the same. So, let me get out of this. Okay, so that's that. Nope. No Apogee, we're not doing you right now. Go away. Why is that even happening? Apogee. No one redeemed you. Go away. Darn it. Okay, well, you can stay for a little bit or something. I can... Okay, it's CCCC. This is I've got, it's like my layers in my Photoshop files. My elements in OBS are a giant mess. Why cannot I find this? Okay, oh, it's right there. Okay, so let me just catch up on chat, and then we're gonna debut the next game. Hunter 1043 says, "I've never gotten the idea that hands are hard. You have instant reference right in front of you. If you're you're right, but I guess if you're trying to draw them out of your head or something, I suppose." Okay, so. Our next game. Okay, our next game is, ta-da, Mortville Manor. Mortville Manor is a 1987 game that was released by and developed by Lancor. Hunter 1043, you know of this one. This is a French video game company. They closed in December 2001. They released a ton of games. I don't know any of them, which is kind of, I wish I had known more about this company. But the designer is Bernard Grilot. Artists are Dominique Sablon and Maria Dolores. Writers are Bernard Grilot and Bruno Guerrier. Composers Beatrice Langlois and Jean-Luc Langlois. Not to be confused with Dead Town Chateau. Okay, you do not know this game. Okay. Yes, DOS. This is a new and fantastic, Judge Con. Yeah, I wanted to play this because I don't know how many people know of this. I certainly didn't know about it. But I'll give you some background and I'll show you one of the screen caps here. So, look at this. So this game was released in a bunch of different platforms. This was released in Amiga, Atari ST, Amstrad, Sinclair, QL, and MS-DOS. This, of course, we are playing the EGA version. This, you can see what's interesting about this EGA, which I've never seen this before done ever, is this, they're doing this striped stripe thing, which I kind of like a lot. It kind of reminds me of like a dot matrix printer or something. It's kind of fascinating. Oh no, Evil Tentacle, you say this developer's games are really hard. Special Carl, 1987, you feel old suddenly. Feels like it was 250 years ago. It was. It was. Mathematically, that is correct. And yes, Mouse Miss, I'm glad you said that. This game is getting an AGS remake, which will keep EGA as an option. Yes, in fact, I actually have a link here for this as well. So, this game is going to be released as freeware. There is a developer who's updating the game using Adventure Game Studio. There's an itch.io page, Brocanty Games at itch.io, and apparently the game is like 95% done. They're going to have the different colors. There's going to be voice acting. The interface is going to be simplified because this interface is a little bit tricky. But yes, please follow Brocanty Games on itch.io if you're interested in seeing this game and making it kind of easier to play than what I'm going to be experiencing. Yeah, some bits are non-stripy, but there is a lot of striping going on, which I kind of love. Okay, so this game, so here's some background. There's speech synthesis in this game, so we're going to make sure that we get to enjoy that. Apparently it sold 10,000 copies in Europe. It had a sequel called Mopiti Island, which I don't know if we'll be able to play that, but Mopiti Island. The plot is Jerome... Oh, you know what? Let's look for the tag for this. Do you think there's going to be a tag? Mortville. Oh my gosh, there's a tag for it. There's a tag for it. Done. Okay, so Jerome Lang, a famous private investigator, receives a letter from childhood friend Julia DeFranc requesting he investigate strange events at Mortville Manor. Upon arrival, Jerome is informed of Julia's death. A storm is approaching and an investigator begins searching the manor. It's kind of a lot like Cruise for a Corpse because he gets invited to this event or place, and then when he gets there, the person that invited him is dead. This game was initially done in French, but we have the English translation here. Oh, Evil Tentacle has played Black Sect by this dev. Fortunately, someone made a nice AGS remake. Oh, that's fantastic. So yeah, Brocanty Games has done some other remakes of Lancor games, so I'm wondering if Brocanty Games is the same developer who's done this remake for Black Sect. Oh, and Mopiti Island is more well known. Fantastic. Yes, more is French for death. Mortal, mortal wound, morgue, mortgage, amortize. All these have a root meaning of death or until death. Yes, Julia dies. I'm not a fan. Okay, so let's load this thing up. Let's load up Mortville. And I love the fact that there's a tag for it. There's a tag for everything. Okay, so that would be... No, that's not it. No, Biominus, go away. Where did I put it? You know, I did this so that it would be totally easy to find. Oh, you know, I wanted to load it with you guys around because it kind of loads fun. So it's a Scum VM thingy. So let's see here. Okay, so I'm just gonna add another window because I'm sloppy. This is
February 1951.
Whoa.
Occupation, private eye. The cold was freezing Paris off, and my cases as well, when...
Okay, did you guys hear all that? Was that loud enough, first of all? That was amazing. Move to top. Okay. 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 I'm going to turn that up a little bit then. Okay, so I will repeat that, actually. Here we go. Oh, wait, I gotta be in the game, I guess. Give me a second.
A letter, a call, memories from a childhood not that long ago. Echoes of the many games we played in the disused rooms of Mortville Manor. And Julia, now an old woman.
You know what? It's fine. Okay. 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 Apparently, EGA version was on DOS, but the Amiga version and Atari ST versions were in 32 colors. Fan remakers incorporating these graphics. Okay, we're gonna just keep going, right? Oh, that's loud, guys. No, excuse me. Is that too loud? Let me know if that's too loud. Scream if it's too loud. It's very loud, okay. Okay, scream is still too loud. It's definitely a Bogarty looking fellow. Good now? Okay. Yeah, that's loud. Okay. Okay. Buckle up. Okay, so this is a bit of a weird interface. You can see a lot of this is going to be done with these menus. So we can move. This is how we move. We have an infant. We have a pistol. We can. These are our verbs that are available. Self. Look self. Talk. So there's no one here. Otherwise, this would be populated menu, and we can save and load. And in this zone, you are alone. There, if there's other characters we can interact with, they would be present there. Cool is, of course, what we're feeling right now, like physically, not our attitude. Of course, we have time of day, etc. So many verbs. Okay, so can we look at self? Okay, I have nothing in hand. Okay, what? Okay, let's look at our gun. Your move. Okay, no, wait. What'd I do? Okay, I don't know what I just did. Okay, we can move. We can look. And we can click. Yeah, so if we look, we should be able to look and then click in the area. Can we smell? Sniff. Yeah. So that's how we're going to be doing this. Okay, so self, hide yourself. Hide self here. I don't. Can't pick. Read. Nothing. Okay. Talk. Nope. Okay. Yeah, the UI definitely needs a bit of love. Okay. First of all, yeah. One shot I says you are alone. Come on, game. Don't need to be so personal to get so personal. But one shot I. You notice that we are alone, but we're also cool. So it's all good. Okay. So why don't we? Okay. So we can move. So why don't we go behind the manor? The other side of the mystery. Can we look? Look at the well? Deep and dark. Okay. Okay. I want to do more with that, but I can't. Is that that's attach, not attack, right? Okay. Enter well. Oh, sorry. We entered by accident the place. That was a sound card sound. Okay, so Max the servant welcomes you and shows you to your room. Oh, okay. See how this? We're no longer alone. You have Leo, Pat, Guy, Ava, Bob, Luke, Ida, and Max. And I love how they've committed to the 3-letter name of people convention. Okay, so K means we have to press continue. Okay.
It's been a while. I'm very sad to announce you that Julia died. Her family is here. Guy, her son, Eva, her daughter-in-law, Leo, her husband, of course, her son-in-law Pat, cousins, too, Bob, Ida, Luke. The storm is getting stronger. You must stay here. Meals are served at 12 a.m. and 7 p.m., and there is a mass at the chapel every day at 10 a.m.
Okay, so was that loud enough for everybody? And I will start taking notes because I can make the volume higher for that voice. I'm not sure how loud the voice. Okay, was quiet. Okay, so we're gonna pump up the volume, and then we're gonna repeat that.
Jerome, it's been a while. I'm very sad to announce you that Julia died. Her family is here, Guy, her son, Eva, her daughter-in-law, Leo, her husband, of course, her son-in-law Pat, cousins, too, Bob, Ida, Luke. The storm is getting stronger, you must stay here. Meals are served at 12 a.m. and 7 p.m., and there is a mass at the chapel every day at 10 a.m.
Okay, well, I'm writing this all down. I'm writing it all down. I'm so glad everyone. I wish they had just letters as their names, but I guess it's asking too much. Okay, son-in-law Pat. Son-in-law. 3-letter names convenient for setting high scores. Okay, cousins. So this is Bob, Ida, and Luke. Luke, her cousins. Okay, so meals are served at 12 a.m. and 7 p.m. Right. Meals served 12 a.m. and 7 p.m. Okay, 10 a.m. Mass at chapel at 10 a.m. Oh, every day. Okay, Special Carl, have a wonderful night. Thank you for the photos, the hand photos. I will take a look. Good luck with all your stuff that you have to do. Okay. Okay, here we go. Your dinner and a midnight snack. Okay, so proceed. I've got all my notes. Oh no, that's not good, you guys. I don't... The difference in volume between the voice and the not voice is very bad. I'm going to keep the volume down, and when we know there's dialogue, I will pump the volume back up. Okay. Okay, so. Not good. Okay, here we go. I've put it back down, so look. You notice among... Okay, I've got a pistol. So I gotta look at, G. I'm still... Okay, oh, can we, look at this? Nothing special. Can we open that? Ooh, we did. Okay, great. Search. There was a search, right? Yes, search. There has to be something good in here, right? Look. Can I look at it now? Nothing special? Maybe I can place my gun in there. Oh, no. No, that doesn't work. No. Okay, I did try searching. Oh, maybe probe. What's the difference? What's the difference between probe and search? The sound seems normal. Oh, that's interesting. So we can just hit things and see if they sound normal. Okay, that's fine. Look. A rare and valuable piece. Okay, this is great. Yeah, go time. I'm awake. I know. I'm so sorry. I will keep the volume down until there's dialogue. I promise. I'm alone again. Now I'm all alone again. Nowhere to go. No one to turn to. Les Miserables. A probe travels through space. Okay. Can we search the lamp? No? Okay. Okay. We're getting the hang of it. Brilliant, the work of a master. Okay. This is great. I like this. Okay, no? Can we open? No? Okay. We have another thing to open. Oh. Nothing special. Okay, it looks empty, but I will search it and probe it. No. Probe. It sounds like a cupboard. Oh yeah, smell the painting. Good idea. Evil tentacle. Smell. Painting. Yeah. Smell. Okay, no. Search curtains? No. Okay, well we've interacted with a few things, so I feel pretty good about that. Let's search the rug. No? Raise the rug. Bless you, Dusty. Okay, that's good. Doesn't look like time's passed yet, so that's nice. Can I search the bed? Nothing unlucky. Ooh, interesting. Okay, this has all been pretty good. So we can move. We can move outside. We can teleport. You know me, I'm always going to want to go to a kitchen first, so we're going to go to a kitchen first. Here, eat the water? Yeah, I can eat the painting. Eat. Okay, hopefully that was manageable for you guys. I didn't... I tried to eat, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, it teleported me to the dining room when I said eat. The stripiness is very jarring. It's charming. It's very charming. Okay, so it's 1 a.m. So, okay, we're not going to get to eat for a long time. That's okay. Okay, open. China, silverware. Oh, so it actually did do that. Search. What? So at this moment, like, Julia is dead, and we are, like, looking around to find information. That's the deal right now. Oh boy. Bric-a-brac. Okay, so I think it does automatically look in as we do stuff, which is kind of a nice touch. Is there not? It's just there's not keyboard shortcuts, you guys. It's fine. Cheap reproduction. Are they both that? Yes. What is this nice thing here? Close up on. Ooh! Yes, rest in peace, Julia, in the game. Yes, I hope. And it says, I hope if I end up dead, other people will look for pertinent information. I also hope that. Oh, okay. You might be able to lower the SFX volume in Scum VM. Control F5 options. Okay, let's try that. Control F5. Options. Okay, here we go. Okay, so speech volume, we're going to want that high. FX, it's this way low. That was appalling. And also the music. Okay. Okay, so that we'll try that. Thank you, Maximus. Okay. Their family crest is a little too complex. It's kind of busy. Okay, let's look at it. It's not letting me do anything else with it. No. Okay, so I just have to look at it once. Oh, this Bob's here. I can talk to Bob. Hold on. Oh, see, talk. I wanted to take a picture of the crest, but I'm going to talk to Bob. Superman? What's the matter? Okay, now where's the sound? Where's the voice? Oh my gosh. This is our dialogue menu? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's start from the top. Why is there no voice at all now? What's going on? I'm gonna... Maybe volume... Okay, maybe volume is under something else. Okay, we're gonna just experiment for a second. Oh. Interesting. Okay, I'm still playing around. I'm still trying to figure this out. Options. Okay, I'm not getting any synth for this guy. That's okay. I'm just going to assume he doesn't have any or something. Oh, speech is handled by Windows. Bill Coon, yeah, this is the DOS version, I think. But when I looked it up on like Wikipedia or something, it said 1987, but it's the same thing. I don't know. Anyway, let's just proceed. Maybe this stuff isn't. Oh, she died from a pulmonary embolism. Okay. Okay. Looks like Bob not voiced for some reason. Okay, good. Mouse Miss is confirmed. Okay, so pulmonary embolism. And this is Bob. Bob is her cousin. Okay, so good. So we're fine. We'll have to adjust this later. Okay, proceed. It's funny that they use the function keys and the mouse. That's the bulk of this. Julie's. Oh, I like how it kind of marks off what you've asked. She doesn't have a lot of family. A message from Julia, not that I know of. It does kind of throw me for a loop a little bit to hear my name a lot, because I don't hear it very often because it's not a common name. Oh, I think all her fortune came from Leo. So Leo, her husband. Julia got her fortune. We had a cat named Leo. ATM machine, thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out and weighing in on the art stuff and just being awesome as usual. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Happy Canoe Year. Have a great rest of your week. Yes, and this is fun so far. Okay. You are too curious. Oh my gosh. So I wonder if I can only ask this guy about only a few certain things, and then he just starts to stonewall me. Is that what's happening here? Oh man. Do I only get to ask him a few things? That would be extremely cruel. Happy Canoe Year, thank you, ATM machine. Okay, I'm kind of okay. You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna turn this music down for myself too. Okay. So the stuff on the right side is the people that are in the room now. So Guy, Bob, Luke, and Ida are here now. So what I feel like, and so now we can talk to them all. I really want to see if we only get a certain number of questions with everybody. So I'm gonna just. Can I start again? Okay, we'll start. We'll try with Guy. How about that? Okay, this is Julia's son. K to continue. Okay. Ask him about the. We'll start down here maybe. Too bad the motto doesn't appear here. There's no synth here, which is kind of disappointing. Okay, so he's answering. So that's one question. That's two questions. Okay, so she died quick. Died quick. No will. So the right side is items in the room when you talk. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, probably Mouse Miss. Died quick, no will. Okay. So he's answering questions. I wonder if he's going to get sick of us. Man, it would be so cruel. Okay, oh my gosh. I think everyone, let's just ask them like 6 questions. Oh man. Okay. I don't see. The thing is, I don't even know what to ask people yet because I don't know anything. their replayability. Ah, jeez. Okay, bye. That's it, I guess. Ooh, hello.
I'm all yours.
Okay, now she's got a voice. Okay, she's got a voice. Okay, what do you guys feel like asking her? Well, limited questioning of a character, something, even Sierra never did. I know. Okay, so I guess I should ask the most pertinent thing, right? So we know that she died of a pulmonary embolism, died quick, left no will. So what about message? Maybe she knows about the message from Julia. How did Scum VM know how to use a female voice for her? No idea.
No. Not that I know of.
Is that loud enough for you guys? Okay, we know about her inheritance. I'm not going to ask stuff that we already kind of heard about. Okay, it's good. How about her relationships?
Apart from her family,
okay, we
not
knew that
a lot
too.
of people.
Okay, darn it. I wasted a question. Okay, so, not many relationships apart from family. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just, yeah, this is how we're gonna proceed. Okay, yeah, I did, let me just double check Mouse Miss the volume stuff, because I did do that. I turned the volume quite down. Speech is at 256 right now at the top. SFX is at 52, music's at 48. Okay, so maybe she knows about Wall of Silence. I feel like that's important. Oh no, it was Wall of Silence just in, yeah, like the stuff that's in this area. So let's not ask that. Let's ask about, so we know Leo, her husband, she got her her fortune from Leo. So we can ask her about Leo's relationships.
I think he gets along well with everyone,
okay,
except, perhaps, with Guy.
Okay, so Eva says Leo gets along with everyone except Guy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. That was good to know. So we can ask about Guy's relationships, maybe.
His romantic relationship, it's over. His relationship with me hasn't really started. As for the other ones, I don't follow the other ones.
Okay, so. But yeah, Leo's romantic relationship is, oh wait, this is Guy we're asking about. Okay, so Eva says, yeah, it's going to be a web. Guy's relationship is over. Over. Maybe start with Eva? Okay, she doesn't know about anyone else. Sklo, this is a voice synthesizer, so they just have a programmed voice. It's not like a voice actor, it's just the computer reading stuff according to some kind of algorithm or something, I guess. Can I also make this maybe just a touch bigger? Oh. Okay. 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 At least it marks off what we've asked. Okay, so let's see, what else can we ask? Well, he didn't. Okay, so Bob did not know the meaning of the coat of arms, so we could ask about the coat of arms again.
This is beautiful. And very old.
Okay, that was useless. Burned a question, that's okay. Julie.
You know how it is, family relations.
I don't know what that means. That's very vague. That's not even worth a note.
He is a history enthusiast and a gambler.
Leo.
By the way, he won a large sum 1 year ago.
History enthusiast and gambler. Won a lot of money 1 year ago. I'm kind of getting into this. Okay, so yeah, Moral Recording says that the voice is ScumVM tapping into standard Windows speech synthesizer. She's very talkative, but I'm just cursing myself because I know this is not going to last. Let's find out about Guy's occupations.
You are too curious.
Okay, she's done with us. It's fantastic. Bye. I hope that's not too loud for you, that horrible music. Okay, so, the atmosphere is now oppressive, you guys. We haven't talked to Guy yet, have we? Yes, we did. Okay, so we talked to all these guys. All the guys, all the bobs. I wonder if maybe now we can ask him more stuff. So we know that Leo and Guy don't get along. So let's ask about Guy. Yeah, we can't ask him anymore. It's great. It's great. Great. Wonderful. Oh, there's Max now. We can talk to Max. Oh, okay. So I don't think service included.
Max, at your service, sir.
Okay, so we gotta ask about these questions again, right? So we gotta ask about her message.
No, nothing.
Let's see. Maybe he'd know about Wall. I feel like this is important.
These are the mountains one can see in front of the manor.
Oh, the mountains are called Walls of Silence. Time is moving forward. Okay, I didn't even notice. I thought it was still 1 a.m. Okay, so Walls of Silence is mountains in front of the manor. Okay. Okay, so Mousema says a touch lower still. The SFX, gotcha. I can do that. Options, SFX, we're going to take that down to 30. Okay, resume. Okay, so yeah, definitely this stuff is the stuff in the room. Wall signs, coat of arms, and painting. So we can ask him about coat of arms. He might know.
Too bad the motto doesn't appear
it.
here.
Darn you people. Okay, so let's ask about... we haven't asked about Ava yet.
Nice feathers, but a bird's brain. Ask her husband.
Wow. Okay, so... This is... Max, right? Max? Who is this? Who are we talking to? Max? Eva dumb. Her husband thinks so. Okay. Yeah, he's a jerk. So we don't even know who's Eva's husband, because we don't even know that. Okay, Pat. So Eva's her daughter-in-law. Oh, so Guy's the son?
He must be trying very hard to remain nice despite all his troubles.
Guy has troubles. We don't know about a lot of these people, but we only have so many questions. We're going to probably move into another room after this because we need another room.
You know, in my line of work you hear everything but don't remember anything, and service is well done.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking notes, but I'm going to need to... I'm taking notes about what each person's saying about each person, if it seems valuable, but...
All those years, I've never regretted serving her.
Max liked serving her. Liked serving Julia. Okay. Maybe I feel I'm very reluctant to ask the same questions that I've asked other people. But I don't think we really... No one's really talked about her relationships. They all say that she didn't have any close relationships.
Only the good die
Oh
young.
darn! So we do know that one. We're burning questions.
You are too
Yeah, we're
curious.
done. Okay, we're gonna move. Tense atmosphere. Oh, Anna says, I played Clue with Alex, Jacob, and my dad yesterday. Alex won. He was ahead of the game by at least 2 on everybody else, and he takes us good notes. That's fantastic. Good for Alex. I'm not so good at notes, but I'm going to need to get better. But I need to move to another room, because I've been here for too long. Oh, it's 1 p.m. Wow, okay, time is flying. Moral recording says, is the implication that she was a bad person because she died old? I have no idea. Oh, wait, this looks already interesting. Let's save it. Save 1. Okay, no. Let's search that. Nothing. A rare and valuable something. Let's open it. It doesn't say what these things are, just that they're rare and valuable. Can we take a plate? Oh, everything's rare and valuable. Nope. Bric-a-brac. I actually used the word bric-a-brac in the Crimson Diamond as well. Bric-a-brac. I'm gonna leave these open. I'm starting to feel a bit put out. Nope. Everything's either very invaluable or a cheap reproduction. There's nothing in between. That stains. Ooh. Okay, Max arrives with my suitcase. Thank you for your visit. What? Okay. Suddenly, Max arrives with your suitcase. Thank you for your visit. Mr. Discreet Private Eye, in need of a private petition, thoroughly demoralized you leave the manor. You are useless. We're useless and alone. And it's tense. Yes, no. Take another chance. Yeah, okay, that's what that is. Yeah. Wow, this is tough. Oh wow, and also my captions. I realized I was too ambitious in resizing this. I wanted to show all the splendor that this game had to offer. Okay, that's better. Okay. Wow, yikes. Super harsh. Yeah, let's try again. Okay, let's try the chapel. How about the chapel? Ooh, pretty. So we have 12 hours to figure something out if we get booted. What if we just listen? You could hear a pin drop because we're alone. Okay. A novel approach. This is challenging. Okay, nothing is here and we're alone. It's cool. Search myself? No. Read myself? Okay, oh, that's for our inventory items. Okay. Sure. There's nothing here. Okay. Smell. Okay, let's move to inside. Let's just go. Okay, shows us to our room.
Jerome, it's been a while.
Okay.
I'm very sad to announce you that Julia died.
Yes, we know. Alright, let's go. Okay, we tried the kitchen. Let's go to the office. Usually office is where a lot of incriminating stuff is happening, right? Yeah, take a text adventure that has a limited number of moves allowed, Bilkun. Good point. I played some text adventures that were made in Adventuron that had limited number of moves, and it actually was pretty effective and really well done. The jury is out still on this one. Okay, we gotta be a better... Papers. Oh, papers are important, right? Okay, we found it. We found. Look how exciting. Oh my gosh. Read. What? I did read. Smell. What's admire, contemplate. Search? Okay, here we go. Bureaucracy, Anna says, is kind of like that. With the blood pressure monitor, it's essentially counting every move and everything you do. Here we go. Okay, like a deep stony stare, a solitary eye that points towards you. Oh, towards the stars, the artery that links heaven and hell. You must fathom these depths, keeping hold of that which is and will become. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, from the first Monday to the first Sunday, plunging from one day to the next. Your is or will become, carrying your burden with love and light. The smallest oversight will seal your fate. I will take a picture of this note. Okay, so we did a thing. Taking a picture of the note. Oh, look at those thumbs. Okay, so we found something. Great. Okay, that's all. We can take it. Ooh, a pen. Take? Oh my gosh. It's like a treasure chest. Manhunter yellow thumbs, indeed. You could no, I said look. I didn't. Okay, I'm just gonna take. Oh my goodness. That was really, really great and exciting. Okay, I'm gonna save. Save. Yeah, I'm gonna save over the first one because that was embarrassing. Search papers again. Okay, here we go. These are actually, look at how nice this is rendered. First of all, I know it's weird still. Like the striping is weird, but it's kind of appealing. It's a romantic novel. Read? No. What? Why does it say got an itch when I want to read something? Now I can read. Okay, it's just a romantic novel. Can I search it? Okay. We've talked to both of those people. I don't know if I want to talk to them again. Yet. Because we kind of know what their deal is. Okay. Let's also look at the shelf. Oh my gosh, are each of these books something different? No. Everything is the same. Okay. Search. Ooh, golden frame. Yeah, read and scratch look like they're swapped. I agree. A spoonful of sugar? Search. I want sugar. Not discreet, be content to watch. There's a taste, right? No, wait. Eat. Oh. Yeah, it comes here automatically. That's right. Okay. Well, okay, it's 11:32. We still have a few things we need to go to, but we are going to be done for the night, I think. But this was good. I learned some stuff about some people. This game is punishing me, but I'm intrigued and I like the stripy stripe of this. Okay. We're going to look for someone to raid, although that's probably going to be pretty easy. because I think it's going to be Robot Spacer if Robot Spacer is playing Return of the Obra Dinn, because I can't resist. Got an itch.io. Yeah, NACG, I kind of liking this. So, of course, just to remind you guys, there's a few things to remind. So, if you're interested in learning about some adventure games or some plans that adventure game developers have this year, check out Vicek83's YouTube video with a bunch of different developers. So it's a good way to learn about new adventure games. I'm in the video talking about how I'm going to finish my game this year or something. Francisco's in there as well, a bunch of other familiar faces. And the other thing I wanted to quickly share is, of course, this game, Mortville Manor. There is Brocanty Games is doing a freeware remake using Adventure Game Studio of this game. So please follow them on itch.io. And also Brocanty has also redone some other Lancore games, the same developer, that are finished now. I'm really interested in diving into those myself. So yeah, give them a follow. Take a look at what they're doing. I feel really excited to try their version of this game when it comes out, because apparently it's almost done. So that's that. Yeah, Pogo, not a fan of pinstripes. I'm not a fan of stripes myself in real life, but I've never seen this before, so the novelty value is kind of really helping me here. So that's that. Of course, next week we may have a Dan. We have a forecasted possibility of a Dan happening. We'll see. And if not, we'll do more art. We're going to work on that hand. And we'll play more of Mortville Manor, which is cruel in such a delightful way. Let's look for someone to raid. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys the darn it, the word I'm looking for is manual. I will show that to you guys possibly next time. It's actually really not that interesting. Maybe I won't show it at all. Yeah, maybe I'm not going to show it this time. We're already running a little bit late. Let's find out what Robot Spacer's up to. In fact, yes, a wild Dan might appear. But yeah, happy Crimson New Year. Happy Crimson Tuesday. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. And I'll see you guys next week. We'll pick up where we left off. We'll do something. Is Robot Spacer playing Obra Dinn? Is Robot Spacer playing Obra Dinn? That's the important thing. Wow. My computer is chugging. It's not happy with me. Robot Spacer's playing Obra Dinn. Okay, we're going to raid Robot Spacer. Alright? See you guys over there. Let me set this up to raid. Evil Tentacle, have a wonderful night. Raid. Robot Spacer. Robot Spacer is indeed playing Return of the Obra Dinn. If you've not played this game before and you're interested in playing it, it's one of those games where it's kind of linear, and so if you're interested in playing it, you don't want anything spoiled. You might not want to jump on the raid bus. But if you played it before and just want to relive some of that thrill of someone discovering it for the first time, or you're kind of interested but you're not sure and you want to just see a taste of it, it's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen, game wise. So, Hyper Hazard just catching biominutes right now. Oh my goodness, please. No, it's all good. Yeah, we're signing off for the night. One Short Eye, thanks for being here. Bill Tentacle, Evil Tentacle, Anna, Hybrid Hazard, Mousimus, Eden Waith. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys next week, and we'll hang out some more. Happy 2023, you guys. Hybrid Hazard, yes, have a great night. Good night. I'm just gonna let the raid go thin. We're gonna do the raid. Okay, see you guys over there. Bye bye.